Everybody's getting while the getting's gotten good, and the money that you're spending is the money that you should. Everyone pays the piper if they wanna ride. Everybody's getting high. Everybody's loving, everybody must be loved, and the loving that you give is manifested up above. If you wanna ride, the piper must be paid. Everybody's loving, everybody must get laid. I've been looking for you, I've been looking everywhere. I'll give you all my loving, 'cause my loving, it must be shared. Everybody wonders why, but baby, I don't wonder, oh, 'cause I don't got the time. The piper is a piping, and if I wanna ride, well, I gotta pay the piper, gotta pay him one more time. I've been looking for you, I've been looking everywhere. I'll give you all my loving, 'cause my loving, it must be shared. Everybody's dancing, everybody's gotta sing, and we're making up the lyrics, making up the melody. The piper is a piping, and darling, can't you see that everybody's singing? Also, won't you sing with me? I've been looking for you, I've been looking everywhere. I'll give you all my loving, 'cause my loving, it must be shared. I've been looking for you, I've been looking everywhere. I'll give you all my loving, 'cause my loving, it must be shared. When you're all alone, strangers grow stranger every day. And when you're on your own, the danger is you'll just stay that way. I don't wanna die alone. I don't wanna die at all. Maybe we could find a little time. Maybe we could simply press rewind. When you're all alone, like a ghost you move throughout the shops and streets. And when you're on your own, you disappear from everyone you meet. I don't wanna die alone. I don't wanna die at all. Maybe we could find a little time. Maybe we could simply press rewind. Oh. when you're all alone, strangers grow stranger every day. And when you're on your own, the danger is you'll just stay that way. I don't wanna die alone. I don't wanna die at all. Hell yeah! We got the beat, we got the rhythm, got the music lover. We got our fingers round the spine. We make the beat, we pound the rhythm, scream the lyrics at each other. Stomping feet, we stomp in time. And the music that we make is made of blood and bone, of shouts and screams and moans. And the music that we make is bred of loss and love, and the stars that shine above. It's primal pumping, perfect power, pushing past pleasure and pain. We got the throne, we got the hum, we drum the rhythm, brother. We own the measure and the time. We scream the words that barely heard above the Russian rhythm. We force some notes out in a line. And the music that we make is made of skin and teeth, and the secrets that we keep. And the music that we make fills our hearts and lungs, and the clouds that hang above. It's booming, blasting, big bombastic, breaking boundaries, breaking hearts in twain. The heavier the heart, the more it breaks. Hearts in twain. The heaviest of hearts hold the most pain. Hearts in twain. The music takes the hurt, keeps it away. The music takes the hurt away. We got the beat, we got the rhythm, got the music lover. We got our fingers round the spine. We make the beat, we pound the rhythm, scream the lyrics at each other. Stomping feet, we stomp in time. And the music that we make is made of blood and bone, of shouts and screams and moans. And the music that we make is bred of loss and love, and the stars that shine above. It's booming, blasting, big bombastic, breaking boundaries, breaking hearts in twain. The heavier the heart, the more it breaks. Hearts in twain. The heaviest of hearts hold the most pain. Hearts in twain. But the music takes the hurt, keeps it away. The music takes the hurt away. Hey, Rooster Bat, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, hey, hold on. I'm listening to my. I was listening to my book till I forgot. I'm like, why is my? Like, why is it? They're still talking in my ears? Oh. Hey, good to see you, man. How you doing? So your package is getting in the mail tomorrow, Rooster Bat. With I'm sending you 3 shirts. None of one says it's double XL. But it's giant. So and then I'm sending you some others that I think will hopefully be, you know, one of them should fit, you know. And then yeah, so sorry about that, man. But yeah, good to see everybody. Thanks for getting here early, everybody. I'm good. I'm doing really well. I mean, yeah, you know, I spent yesterday, Christmas Day, it was just Sue and I kind of hanging out together,
So but it was fun. Yeah, I really do apologize that it's taking me so long to get it to you, man. You know, that was awesome. It was super fun. The whole family are just sweethearts. And like it was, and Jason Murphy was there, and one of the guys that works on their show. So it was like there was like I think there was 11 or 12 adults, and then all the kids, and it was a ton of fun. We played games. We played it was like an app game, like a phone app game. We played one of those, and then the Wheel of J, which is it was a ton of fun. We had a good time. All right, so yeah, and how was everybody's holiday? No missing limbs, no significant blood loss. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I would want to get their permission, like just because it's a family tradition thing. I'd want to get their permission to really dig too deep into it. But yeah, it was. I will. I'll talk to Jay. I'm certain he won't care. But I just want to. But yeah, it's a family tradition going back years, and so super cool. And you didn't die. Good. Awesome. Yeah. That's me, man. Yesterday I took Sue on a lot of walks. And that was it. And that was what I did. I didn't even actually call my family. I just kind of, I was like, I know they're all hanging out and enjoying. So I've been playing the guitar in many days. So this is gonna be a weird show, but. Should I find my house all up in flames, I would simply light a cigarette and watch it burn away. And should I find that all my money's gone, I would empty out my pockets and give it to someone. Ain't nothing gonna get me down, 'cause I'm in love. Hey, Justin. Hey, Boa, how you doing, man? How I lived before her, I don't know. Oh, I must have been so miserable, I wonder if it showed. But now she's here and I feel like a god. I can smite the evildoers and make right of every wrong. Ain't nothing gonna get me down, 'cause I'm in love. Oh, joyous day, don't you ever end, don't take yourself away. Just give me a little bit more time, oh, let us stay together under any sort of weather. Let me love her like I love her, like she loves me, like we love one another. Oh, I'm hoping for a real long night. Should I learn that no one likes my songs, I would sing for no one other than the lover I'm writing for. And should I find myself attacked by bears, if I'm attacked by bears, I'd run, obviously, because bears are scary. But I'd run much faster, because I know what I am after. Ain't nothing gonna get me down, because I'm in love. Oh, joyous day, don't you ever end, don't take yourself away. Just give me a little bit more time, oh, let us stay together under any sort of weather. Let me love her like I love her, like she loves me, like we love one another. Oh, I'm hoping for a real long night. Here we go. Joyous day, don't you ever end, don't take yourself away. Just give me a little bit more time, oh, let us stay together under any sort of weather. Let me love her
that she loves me like we love one another. Oh, I'm hoping for a real long night.
Yeah, right on. I haven't played that song in a while. That's a fun tune. Yeah, and so I don't know what I want to play. I just wanted to kind of hang out with you guys for a little bit. I don't think I mean I might just go just an hour. I'm trying to take from now until the end of the year. I'm trying to take as much time off as I can and just kind of give myself a chance to like. You know, like I'm getting a house, like I'm cleaning the house, like I'm wiping down walls and getting like, you know, I'm just getting this place like to the level of cleanliness that I used to maintain, and I just kind of Schmed was staying here, and things got a little bit dirtier, and then I mean it still looks clean, but it's just like not the level of cleanliness that I like, and so I'm just like I'm getting everything fucking just. You know, like it's spring cleaning, but happening in December. And then I've just been, I'm doing a lot of gaming, which has been fun. In fact, I think I'm going to start doing I think I'm going to play some League of Legends. I haven't played in a significant amount of time, but I used to play all the time. And I was like gold and silver ranked, depending on who I was playing with at that time. But, and then I stopped playing. And so I kind of want to get back into that and just do that and for, you know, play a couple games a day till the end of the year. Not too much time left to get myself. Okay, yes. Oh, yeah. So no, I will write it. I will. In fact, Peter, I actually realized that as I was setting this stream up, I was like, oh shit, I need to do that. So I will, but the thing is, I figured it was the holiday. So I figured, but I will send them an email immediately after this. I'm so sorry, man. I really have been, I'm a total slacker on that. I apologize. Yeah. And I, you know, like Rooster Bat, it's funny. I did that with Guild Wars. I did that, and it wasn't. It kind of took the fun out of it. You know, like for me, gaming is sort of a me kind of like giving myself an opportunity to kind of like just turn my brain off. You know, and just kind of do what I want to do and kind of run around. You know, like and so. Write a list to me like I asked you with Whisper. A list. Hold on. Let me. I don't. Let me take a look. I don't remember. I did read your Whisper. I did see the. I did see who I was supposed to send it to, but I don't remember. Hold on. I don't. Where is it? Here we go. I need something proof. Would you please send me an email with the price? Okay. Oh, I didn't read this. I didn't read this message. So this was today at 4 in the morning. I didn't read this one. So, yeah. So now the books and CDs are on the inch office in my hometown. Okay. They're right there. Okay, great. I need somebody to prove the shipping value. Yeah. That's then I will send that off to you. I will send it off to you. I'll also send them an email. I will let them know. I'll let them know. I'll let them know that I sent it to you. I said it was merchandise just because I wanted to make sure that it was insured. So if something happened to it, I could at least get like I could mail you out another one and be refunded because it was insured. Be refunded the money that I was, and that was the only reason. Anyway, so yada yada yada. I'll get it. I'll get them an email. I'll get them an email and explain it all, and it'll get to you. Yeah, sorry, I missed that. I missed that message. So cool. Today is my first day off in a while. Only 8 in a row this time. Yeah. Oh, hey, that's not. So hey, Paula, how are you? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Merry Christmas. And how are you doing? Yeah, man. Well, I know this is a tough time for you, Blue. I'm happy that you actually got a little time off, or at least a day off. A day. All right. Okay. Let's do. What do I want to play? Yeah, let's do. I haven't done this one in a while. I'm gonna break your heart. I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna walk away.
I'm gonna fool around. I'm gonna tell you lies. I'm gonna be untrue. I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna come unglued. So what you gonna do? You better run away. You better run and hide. You better make your escape. You better run away. You better run away. You better run and hide. You better make your escape. I'm gonna break your heart. I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna fool around. I'm gonna tell you lies. I'm gonna be untrue. I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna come unglued. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You better run away. You better run and hide. You better make your escape. You better run away. You better run away. You better run and hide. You better make your escape. You better run away. 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 I'm gonna break your heart. I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna fool around. Yeah, right on. And that's that. I bet I definitely get that family time can be pretty exhausting. Thank you kindly, Elix. Thank you kindly. Let me see. What do I want to play? Let's do let's switch up and let's do some finger pick tunes. Oh, here. Let's do this one. All right. Do it. There we go. That's it. Oh, Blue! Wow, man, dude. You do know that you do know that Lenina. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. That is just God. You guys, can I just tell you? Can I just say this is the very first. This has been the very first December in for as long as I've been living in Austin, where like I actually have all my bills are paid. All my bills are paid. I can I can buy groceries. I can buy Sue's food. I've never been at this point in December and been like, yeah, I'm doing all right. It has been. I know. Yeah. Amen. No butt sis this year. It has been. Like it's been crazy. I've felt so good, just been like I didn't realize how much of a weight this like my financial woes were for me in December, you know, and so it's just been awesome. I'm like oh yeah, I can go and buy like sorry I went and got a 6-pack of beer, you know, and I was like I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm like, well, I can do it. What am I talking about? I can afford this. This is totally great, you know. Just like my whole. I've conditioned myself for this. Yeah, anyway, so thank you, brother. Thank you, Blue. Thank you so much, man. I can't believe it. Anyway, it's entirely due to you guys, and so thank you. Like I got 3 song commissions this month. That was awesome, and then you guys have just taken care of me. I cannot begin to tell you how much
I appreciate it. I mean, with yeah, I'm speechless. Thank you, brother. Thank you, dude. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Sometimes when I look around, I feel very weak. There's so many poor bound, so many on the street. Unfortunately, there's a fix, and you can use it too. It's called prescription drugs, they'll get you through. And when I learned that shouldn't have died at the hand of some bad madman, and the world transforms into a place I don't understand. Unfortunately, there's a fix, and you can use it too. It's called alcohol, it'll get you through. It's an easy world if you got an easy fix. All you need's an easy fix. Hey Sarge, how you doing, brother? It's an easy world if you got an easy fix. All you need's an easy fix. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. When I'm low and feeling down and no one is around, and I feel like almost every day I'm just losing ground. Unfortunately, there's a fix, and you can use it too. It's called crack cocaine, it'll fuck you up. And when I consider all the rampant avarice, all the good that could be done, but instead we're getting rich. Unfortunately, there's a fix, and you can use it all. It's called heroin, it'll take control. It's an easy world if you got an easy fix. All you need's an easy fix. Oh no, don't do drugs. It's an easy world if you got an easy fix. All you need's an easy fix. Seriously, don't do drugs. It's an easy world if you got an easy fix. All you need's an easy fix. Okay, maybe some drugs, alright. It's an easy world if you got an easy fix. All you need's an easy fix.
Drugs?
Thank you. No, I'm straight.
Drugs. Oh yeah, look at this. So this was one of the gifts that came with my with this care package. This absolutely mind-blowing, total surprise. I got the day before Christmas. I get this package arrives, and I'm like, what is this? And I open it up, and the way it was packed, it looked like it was a gigantic box with a little snowman. My snowman. I have a Christmas plant. Like my yellow plant right there has a couple ornaments that were given to me hanging from it over my wall. But anyway. It was amazing, and it looked like it was like a little card and this little snowman. I was like, what? I'm like, wow, it's kind of like, and it was sent by Anita Band-Aid, and I was like, oh, this is, and then as I kind of dug deeper into the box, all of a sudden it turns out that there was a lot more amazing stuff in there, and this was one of them. So this is a Terry Pratchett shirt. I have no idea why I don't own more of these. But it stands for the Ankh-Morpork City Watch, the Pseudopolis Yard, which is their main headquarters. But yeah, I'm very well chuffed, very very excited. I saw this and I was like, no way. Yeah. So this is due to Blue and Lenina and Blue Front and Lenina and I fucking love it. So yeah, man, you guys, I cannot begin. That was it was such a moving, it's really funny because I was fearing, Anyway, because I think it was the same day or the day before that Jay invited me to join the Brushwoods for the Christmas thing, and I was just like, it just felt great, you know, and yeah, it was absolutely awesome, Paula. It really was. I can't even begin to tell you. It just was fucking awesome. So thank you guys, thank you. That really just meant the world to me. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, so yeah, more sorrow. So what do you guys want to hear? I mean, I can keep playing what I want to play. Let me do another finger pick tune. Do you guys want to hear? I can do "Child of God," "Here I Am and This Is Now." I can do "My Doppelgangers and Me." I can do "Some Days." I can do "Despairing Dark." I can do them all. Let me just. And how you doing, Lenina? Good to see you. And Sarge, yeah, man. So how's New Zealand treating you? Once when I was a boy of about 9 or 10, I fell in love with the girl who lived next door. Every day after school, she would wait by her fence, and we would play till her parents got home, and she would sing this song. It still gives me shivers. Mommy doesn't love me and Daddy doesn't want me, but I'm a child of God. Mommy doesn't love me and Daddy doesn't want me, but I'm a child of God. There used to be this kindly old man who'd make us hot cocoa while we sat in his lap, and he made us sing the song that she sang, the song that I still hear every day. He used to stroke her face while she sang this song. Mommy doesn't love me and Daddy doesn't want me, but I'm a child of God. Mommy doesn't love me and Daddy doesn't want me, but I'm a child of God. One autumn day, she asked me to wait. She asked me to meet her at the top of the hill, and so I went, hoping to spend some time with the girl that I loved, but she never showed. No, she never arrived, for this was the day that she died. Mommy didn't love me and Daddy didn't want me, but I'm a child of God. Mommy didn't love me and Daddy didn't want me, but I'm a child of God. Every day for a year that we lived in that house, I would hear her singing in the middle of the night, and I know
should have been very afraid, but I love the sound of her voice. And she would sing to me. Now I've been set free. Here's the song I sing for you. Mommy didn't love me and Daddy didn't want me, but I'm a child of God. Mommy didn't love me and Daddy didn't want me, but I'm a child of God. Mommy didn't love me, Daddy didn't want me, Mommy didn't love me, Daddy didn't want me.
Yeah, so that's a song called Child of God. And yeah, I was my first attempt at writing a horror song. At some point in time, hey Bobcat, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for the host, brother. How you doing, amigo? Hey, and dude, I don't know if I actually got a chance to say to you to express to you my thanks, man. But I was saying that care package was just fucking awesome. It really moved me in a really significant way. I couldn't. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I don't know if there is any more room in my heart for extra regard for you guys. You know, the thing is, I thought I'd reached the limit, but no. Apparently there's a whole other new level. Yeah. So yeah, it was really really awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you, man. So, all right, so but good. I'm gonna play some more figure pick tunes just because they're fun. I don't know. I'm having a good time playing them. So
Here I am and this is now, and there's nothing that I want to say, there's nothing I'm about, I'm feeling down. Oh, I am down. Yeah, here's another song I wrote, and it's also very simple, it makes use of tired notes, and there's nothing to write home about, it's just another song that I sing for you. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do with my life. Here I am, and this is now, and there's now I'm sitting in my prison cell as the hours are winding down. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I let go of another day, sitting in my bedroom, and all I do is play. If I haven't made it yet, then I'm never gonna make it. Can I see what's wrong with me? I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do with my life.
Something like that. Hey, thanks, Felix. Yeah, I that's really, yeah. Anyway, okay, yeah, Die Motherfucker Die. That I can play. I can definitely pull that one off. Yeah, it's crazy. I literally have not picked up the guitar in days. I mean, I guess I did something on. Did I do something on Monday? So maybe since Monday. But it's weird to me. I've now been doing this long enough where I'm just like, yeah, I don't think that I certainly my guitar chops. If I'm not playing all the time, there certainly is like I play at like 80% of I think my absolute maximum capacity. But that 80% still like it's amazing that I'm like, oh yeah, I can do all these cool little yeah, amen. Yeah, it does. I mean, there is this weird, like, I mean, well, that's the thing is like, oh, hey, no, of course, no, don't even sweat it, Paula. Yeah, you enjoy your meal, and, yeah, give Shiro a hug from me, and, yeah, and we'll see you hopefully, very soon. Enjoy your dinner. Anyway, so, yeah, but it's just crazy how, like, just how comfortable I feel on the guitar. Like I never felt this comfortable. I mean, I've written and played. I mean, I played. There was a point in time when we were playing 3 or 4 shows a week. You know, but it's just, but I've never played with this concerted. For now, it's been about 2 years now where I've played at least 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, sometimes 7 or 8 hours a day, you know, and sometimes even more than that, because sometimes like I would, because for when I'm writing music, I take 6, so I'd be writing for 6 hours, and then I'd be streaming for 4 hours. That's 10 hours right there, you know, and it's just, and so it's finally starting to pay off where I'm like, oh yeah, no, I got this. I don't need to sweat it. Like I don't need to worry about it. I can just pick it up and start playing and feel pretty comfortable. I mean, the one thing I do notice though is I just get distracted easily. You know, as I eventually start to get my groove, and then it's a lot more difficult for me to be distracted. But I will notice, like, oh, someone will write something interesting in the hey Dresdy, awesome. Hello, hey, that's awesome. Welcome. Well, I guess. Yeah. Hello. How you doing, Dresdy? Awesome. Right now. Well, welcome everybody. Good to see you guys. And hey, Dresdy, how are you doing? Happy holidays. Christmas. Like I totally forget that. Like I don't forget, but like yesterday was Christmas, but I don't have any family here in Austin. It was literally just me and Sue kind of going on walks all day. So I keep forgetting. I'm like, oh yeah, yesterday's Christmas. This is a holiday season. But so you bet. Hey, how you doing, my friend TTTV? Right on, man. And welcome. And that's awesome. Yeah, I am doing spectacular. This has been the most awesome December in recent memory. So so this has just been a ton of fun and super great. But yeah, and is there a song? Let me turn this guy off. Is there a song or something I can play for you, Dresdy, or I can play an album, I can tell a story, I can juggle cats, I can set my hair on fire and just run around in circles. Whatever you want, you let me know, I will do. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Bobcat. Just play a favorite song. All right. What is so I've been really. So I wrote a new one for as a song commission for a buddy of mine, and that's the one I've really been digging on, because it's got what seems like there's a first chorus and it feels like that's the chorus, and then the second chorus kicks in, but I can't play it yet because I haven't recorded it and given it to him. So and sponsored by Poet. I'm Mike TV. I'm in a band called Get Set Go. I have 17 albums in stores. My new record just dropped a couple days ago. I literally have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs available right now on Spotify and Apple Music, and like hundreds of songs. So I in fact a little bit over 300. So I only play my own stuff, you know. But thank you. Yes, and that's correct, Zarian. Yeah. I have over 300 songs I play on this stream. Let me see. So what would be a fun song to play? I'll play a new one. This is one off of the new record that just dropped. It just dropped on December 17th. I'll play Unstoppable after this one. Now, this is a song called Rock and Roll Casualties, and it goes like this. It's notice sound, everyone get down. It's rock and roll, it owns your soul. The face it booms throughout the room. Everyone
everyone gets down to the oldest sound. When the rock and roll explode, where casualties come dance with me. It's made of fire and electric wire, touch to your spine. The beat unwinds, the bass it booms throughout the room. Everyone gets down to the oldest sound. When the rock and roll explode, where casualties come dance with me. And it goes doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom 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 dibba doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom 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 dibba doom explode. From coast to coast, the sound explodes. It's everywhere. It's in your hair. It's on your hands. It's in your pants. It's in your lungs. It's on your tongue. When the rock and roll explode, where casualties come dance with me. And it goes doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom 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 dibba doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom 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 dibba doom explode. And lights us up, or we glow. A million billion souls the music holds. Or we turn on, yes we glow. A million billion stars shine on, shine bold. We all feel the beat, our feet are dancing on. It's an oldest sound, everyone get down to the rock and roll. It owns your soul, it makes you move to the beat and groove. Makes you shake your butt, can't get enough. When the rock and roll explode, where casualties come dance with me. And it goes doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom 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 dibba doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom dicka doom dicka doom dicka dicka doom 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 dibba doom 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 dibba doom 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 dibba doom explode. Yeah, Elix is the master of timing. And thank you guys, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I have a soundboard with over 300 sounds, including personalized sounds for a bunch of my regulars. Like if you hang out and I get to know you and you're like, I want this sound to be my intro sound, then I'll include it. So basically, it's specifically designed to kind of give people some ownership of the show and be able to contribute. There are some that work with the songs, and there are some that are like literally specifically designed to like just fuck with me and derail me. In fact, there's one called Derail that's just completely off the hook, ridiculous, you know. So it's just a way to kind of give you guys an ability to kind of participate in the actual show itself, and then yeah. Anyway, but there's now it's just kind of it's basically been ridiculous. I mean, it's been a long time thing now. So, and then Shregnif was, in fact, I'll play. So I'll play Unstoppable after this, but I wrote it because I wrote a song that actually gives Brett's story. So that Shregnif was a regular in our stream. Really super awesome guy, fun, funny, really really cool. He was an early he was an early regular when I think he kind of came in right around I think the summer of 2016, which is kind of right as I started doing it on 5 days a week. And at some point in time in I think in November 2017, he was like, hey guys, I think I might have a brain tumor. You know, in our chat, and we're like, oh shit, what's going on? And he's like, well, I've been having some problems with my speech. The doctor thinks it might be a brain tumor. I'm going to go in and get an MRI and CAT scan or whatever they're going to do, and then they'll let us know. And so, and so of course we're like, well, please let us know kind of how it goes, and we're all rooting for you. And he came back. Maybe
maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks later, and was like, "Hey, by the way, it's not a brain tumor." And we're like, "Oh, that's great." And he's like, "No, it's a lot worse." And we're like, "What do you mean? Like, what's worse than a brain tumor?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's ALS, or they call it motor neuron disease." But basically, what happens is your brain starts to disconnect from your body. But while your brain is disconnecting, basically the neural pathways that connect your brain, like they start to fray. And so what happens is your body starts to misinterpret that as signals. So what you end up doing is you end up shaking a lot, right? Well, it's using all of your energy. So it's exhausting your body fat, and so you lose a lot of weight. You slowly lose your ability to speak. You lose your ability to eat. You lose your ability to move your hands. Like you're basically becoming a prisoner in your own body. So it's just an awful, horrible, horrible thing. So anyway, so I asked him, so he was and the horrifying, but I think also very brave thing that he did for us was he kind of just gave us a blow by blow play of kind of what he was going through every time he'd show up in the stream. He's like, "Yeah, this is what's been going on with me." And so at some point in time I was like, "Man, can I take your story and turn it into a song?" And so he was like, "Yeah, of course." And so he and I had 3 phone conversations, or three Skype conversations. And that's exactly it. That's exactly it, Poppins. On that's it. Your mental faculties remain pretty much 100%. So you are aware that you are losing you're still there. You're still and so when he eventually lost the ability to type messages, and so what he but he was still awesome. He was still really fun. So there were a couple people in my stream that couldn't abide like non-round numbers and for donations, for tips and stuff like that. So what he would do is he would literally just he'd donate like $1.67, and people would be like, "No," and then they'd correct it. And so he would just even as he was he didn't even have the capacity to really type anymore, he'd still do these little donations to kind of prod people. He was just all the way to the very end. He was just a genuine sweetheart and an awesome guy. And I toured the U.S. and Europe in the summer of 2018, and I visited him in Cambridge, and I actually live streamed from his place, and we hung out. And so that was a really, but by that point in time, his speech was so had been so corrupted by the disease that it was really, really tough to talk with him. So we hung out. I mean, we hung out for maybe 6 or 7 hours, and it was a really, really super fun time. And it was heartbreaking. But so I'll play the song I wrote for him. This is called "This Awful Thing," and then and it actually does. It's called "This Awful Thing," and then the actual album. So this is on my new record. The album is called Hesitation Cuts, and this is on the new record. And in it says in memory of Brett Schreckneflane. Yeah. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you. A Fishy, that's an awesome handle. Thank you, Fishy. That's great. All right. So this is the song I wrote for Brett. Now there's. It was the longest wait that Mr. Lane had ever sat through, waiting there on the doctor's word. What could he do? Something was wrong inside of his head, something quite bad he knew. It was the longest wait that he had waited through. There's nothing that we can do, the doctor explained. There's no malignant growth, there's no cancer there, your neural pathway's afraid. The wires that connect your head to your body, well, they're gonna decay. You're gonna die soon, I'm sorry, Mr. Lane. Are you kidding me? How could this even be? I've got so much life in me. You say I'm gonna die, but how could that be right? I know I'm filled with life, so much life in me. How could this awful thing, how could it possibly be?
So Mr. Lane climbed in his car and started to drive. He wandered to and fro, he never slowed as he was putting on miles. Hour to hour he drove around in a fog of his own disquiet. Here he was on the open road, alive. Are you kidding me? How could this even be? I've got so much life in me. You say I'm gonna die, but how could that be right? I know I'm filled with life, so much life in me. How could this possibly, how could this awful thing, how could it possibly be? So let's fast forward so many weeks, and he is struggling to simply speak, and his muscles twitch quite constantly, which is exhausting. He's so damn tired, and every week there's some new thing that he just can't do, and every week there's some new insult, some little loss, some price yet not paid, some unthought cost. Are you kidding me? How could this even be? I've got so much life in me. You say I'm gonna die, but how could that be right? I know I'm filled with life, so much life in me. How could this possibly, how could this awful thing, how could it possibly be?
Yeah, hey, thank you, Sarge. Thanks for the host, man. I'm 46. I know it's crazy. I have gray in my beard. I don't have gray in my hair. I'm an old man. I started my music career I got my first record deal when I was 29 years old, and then I was working in the film and TV business, and I walked away from film and TV to pursue music. And thank you, sponsored by. Yeah, so and thank you, Zarian. Thank you very kindly. Yeah, I know it's. I have no idea why. I have no idea why I've preserved as well as I have, because I definitely led a very hard life. I was a drug addict for years. I was a madman. I was a lunatic. I was choosing death over life 9 times out of 10. You know, and I know, Sarge. But at 46, man, it's weird. Yeah. But the thing is that, like, you know, I've been doing this a long time, and I've written thousands of songs over the course of my career, and I really am. I'm a big proponent of writing all the time, and like I'm now putting out huge records, you know, and by the end, Zarian, it was the traditional crack and heroin. Like by the end of my drug addiction, that was like those were my go-tos, you know. So I definitely did slide in. I mean, I had access to everything. I was part of a rock and roll scene. In fact, this next song is actually kind of about that rock and roll scene. So, in the late 90s, there was a legendary place called Mr. T's Bowl in Highland Park in Los Angeles, a municipality of Los Angeles, and we took over their Tuesday nights, which was their worst night. And me and my band and 2 other bands, we all of us just started playing every single week, because we just knew we needed to get better playing live, and we found a venue that would have us, you know. And that little community of 3 bands grew into a community of about 200 bands, and it was a really thriving rock and roll scene on the east side of Los Angeles for about 8 years. And during that period, all of my close friends, all of my intimates, all the guys that kind of formed those original bands, or at least the principal songwriters, we all of us kind of became drug addicts together, and then we all got clean together, which was awesome. But so Lenina, okay, yeah, awesome. Well, yeah, I'm so sorry that you have to work, but yeah, you have an awesome evening or awesome day, and and hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow night. Yeah. So anyway, so that, you know, that period was awesome. It was a lot of fun, but it also for me ended up at a pretty despairing point, you know, and And for a long time, the drugs were just part of the rock and roll. Like it was just like, it was just booze and drugs. And yes, and rock and roll lifestyle, and yay, we're gonna do it. But eventually, it became us not hanging out together. It was we get drugs, we go to our separate rooms. Like a bunch of us lived together at the time. Like it was just a crazy. It went from being a celebratory all for one for all thing to a very closeted kind of like, I'm now a crazy person. And so we, anyway, so I got sober in 2006, and then, really 2005, and then, spent the next, 5 or 6 years kind of really focusing on the band, and then I was the impresario of the Mr. T scene. I was the booker and the host, as well as playing every week. And so I left that scene when my band Gets That Go started to do well. We kind of got an international footprint. We were spending a lot of time on the road touring, and so I had to kind of like hand off my booking responsibilities to friends of mine that were not touring. When I did that, the scene kind of languished, And so when I finally returned back to Los Angeles in 2010, after kind of giving it the old college try, I tried to reinvigorate the scene. I tried to get everybody back together and start getting things going. And it wasn't. I tried multiple times. I tried at the Old Town Pub. I tried at Casey's in downtown. I tried at the Thirsty Crow. I tried all these different iterations to see if I couldn't get it up and running, and just for whatever reason, the magic, the sparkle wasn't there. But every now and again, I'd run across these guys, and these guys would be like, "Oh man, I totally missed the scene, dude." Like, "Oh, it's so," and I'm like, "Well, you do know it. Like, it's still happening. Like, I've got something happening every Thursday. It's a Thursday at Casey's, or I've got something happening every Friday at the Old Town Pub, or every Saturday at the Thirsty Crow. Like, dude, it's still going on." And it took me a while to realize, they're saying that they're not saying that they want to be part of the scene anymore. It's just they miss the fact that and so I was like, but it took me a while to wrap my head around that. So. So I wrote this about them, about my friends. I'm too afraid to ever try to kill myself. I'm too scared of not being around. But I don't know why I'm holding on so desperately, 'cause nothing is building, instead it's tumbling down. I feel like the end of a song, I'm fading out. Certainly once everyone sang along, but the last refrain was so long ago, and no one cares for a song gone on too long. So let's say goodbye. Remember me to your family. Hold on tight to the memory of when we used to be thicker than thieves and larger than life, like demigods at a bacchanal, with fire in our hearts and our stars in our eyes. We were fucking unstoppable. So let's say goodbye. Remember me to your family. Hold on tight to the memory of what used to be. I know you're done, you've moved on, and you left me here. But sometimes when you see me, you smile. And you think to yourself, at least he's still fighting the good fight. But I'm here to say you can go straight to hell. So let's say goodbye. Remember me to your family. Hold on tight to the memory of when we used to be thicker than thieves and larger than life, like demigods at a bacchanal, with fire in our hearts and stars in our eyes. We were fucking unstoppable. So let's say goodbye. Remember me to your family. Hold on tight to the memory of what used to be.
Ever since I started working, every single day of my life has been worse than the day before it. So that means that every single day that you see me, That's on the worst day of my life.
Oh, my fire will never go out. My fire will never burn down. I'll sing it again, I'll sing it out loud. Oh, my fire will never go out. My fire will never burn down. I'll sing it again, I'll sing it out loud. La, 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 la. La, la, la. La, 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 la. La, la, la. La, la, la. La, la, la. La, la. So let's say goodbye. Remember me to your family. Oh, hold on tight to the memory of when we used to be thicker than thieves and larger than life, like demigods at a bacchanal, with fire in our hearts and stars in our eyes. We were fucking unstoppable.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, thanks for lighting up the chat. That's always super fun. Yeah, so that song, you know, I mean, I when I wrote that song, I didn't want to sing it because, like, you know, it's about my friends. I mean, it's literally about the guys that you know, that taught me how to write music, you know, and showed me the career path that I'm still on, you know. And so I was like, but I felt, you know, but I really did. I felt that way. I was like, really, like, you guys are just gonna, it's just now all memory for you. You're not gonna pursue it, and I get it. The thing is that, like, you know, for the most part, most indie rockers, you know, usually walk away from trying to make it as a band, you know. You either get to a point where you can survive off your music or you don't, and, you know, and so and I've managed to do it just by constantly reorienting, you know, like figuring out, like, just building new revenue streams, you know. Did you really, Blue? What did you make? What'd you make? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's exactly right, Justin. So for me, I was like, okay, well, this is the only way I want to make I have to figure out a way to survive with my music. So let me figure it out, you know, and I won't do anything else. And if that means I have to starve. In fact, that's really when I left the film and TV business, you know, I by that point in time I had already written hundreds of songs, but I was not a very capable guitar player. This is in the late 90s. Well, it's really, I quit. I really kind of walked away in 2000. So, and for 2 years I made no money. I mean, I made a little bit of money from Mr. T's under the table, and then that was it. And I literally lived off the large. But I was like, I'm only gonna make money off of music. And I lived, like, you know, I was couch hopping with my friends for a full year of that. And then a girlfriend of mine was like, hey, I've got a spare room. I can rent it to you for pretty cheap if you'd like. And so, you know, that it allowed me to I was like, I'm just gonna focus on music. I'm just gonna write more and get better and play more and get better at playing live. And then, yeah, and I'll either get a record deal or I won't, you know. But so it was just by gumption, you know. The lyrics, oh yeah. So a turkey breast, ham, mashed potatoes, carrot, peas. Oh, yeah, man. That is. I didn't have Thanksgiving. That's not so. I didn't have like a traditional turkey Christmas dinner. But I might actually go and pick up a turkey. That's my favorite meal to make is Thanksgiving. And thank you, Zarin. Yeah. And thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's certainly been. I got a lot of success early on with film and TV licensing, and that was the thing that allowed me to kind of like. Grey's Anatomy licensed a lot of my songs. They licensed 8 songs. But 2 of them, Wait and I Hate Everyone, made it on the first 2 soundtracks, and then they kept relicensing those over the first decade of the show, and so the royalties off of that was enough to kind of like be able to keep me keeping on for a long time, but then there were also other licenses, and so those were great, you know, and then. We never really managed to achieve significant commercial success, even though our second record, Ordinary World, which is the one that kind of put us on the map. I mean, we sold maybe 30 or 40,000 units of that album. So it's not like it's completely insignificant, but it's just not like, there's no I will never be a rock star, alas, so thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, me too, my friend TTV. Yeah, that, and if and there were some moments where there were some moments later in life where I moved back down to Los Angeles and I was kind of despondent, and I definitely did flirt with that lifestyle again, but I got high a couple times and I was like, I don't like this. I've already been here. I've already experienced this, and so, but it took me a little while to kind of walk away from it. So, Justin, no, well, I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, it's for me. It's I've always had to kind of like, okay, I've never been able to rest on my laurels. I've never been like, okay, I've got enough. My music is now successful enough that I can stop. I can slow down a bit. I'm always working. I'm always putting out records. I'm always, I did have a stroke. No, it wasn't. The entire right side of my body was paralyzed. I was in my drug dealer's apartment. Hey, do you guys want to hear the story? Because it's a crazy story. I had the day before. So it was the 4th of July. It was the 4th of July, 2002, and it was the day before the 4th of July. So we started with beer bong. So it was me and the band. It was me and we were a 3-piece at that point in time. Okay, all right, yeah, no, yeah, okay, so yeah, and it was fucking, yeah, and all right, so I won't talk about it, but it was a crazy and very scary experience. Thank God I had a stroke, so I wasn't really fully able to register what had gone on, but I managed to literally over the course of like 24 hours managed to recover enough feeling on the right side of my body to actually get up and hobble out of my drug dealer's apartment. It was ludicrous, and we were about to tour. We were about to head out on tour in about 3 months. So we were leaving on September 17th. So what? So okay. All right. So this story. So it started off with beer bongs, right? So a buddy of mine, my roommate, my buddy Schmed, who actually was living with me for a little while. My newest record is just 3 people on the album. It's me, my buddy Schmed playing all the bass and most of the piano, and then my buddy Trey playing a bunch of electric guitars. And so Schmed and I have been friends for a long time, and Schmed and I were roommates, and Schmed had just put together a beer bong, and I'd never done beer bongs. I didn't, so he's like, let's all do beer bongs. So we finished our rehearsal right about noon, and then we all slammed like 6 beers a piece, as we were because it was just, this is crazy and fun. Oh my God, it goes down so fast, and of course, so now we've got a bunch of booze in us, and I'm a drug addict, and I'm like, well, you know what, man, what we should totally do? We should totally head downtown, score some drugs, So so Pat and Amy were like, all right, yeah, but if we're gonna get drugs, let's get cocaine, let's get powdered cocaine, not crack cocaine, I was like, yeah, of course we'll do that, knowing full well that there's no way I'm gonna find crack, powdered cocaine down there, and it's so much easier to find crack. And so we go down there, and so of course we don't find any powdered cocaine, so I get crack cocaine, Well, and so the whole day, so that starts off our day, right? So that's this, now it's like 1:30 in the afternoon or 2 in the afternoon. And so we kind of perambulate around Los Angeles. We go to a nightclub that I used to work at, or that I kind of helped convert from a pool hall to an actual nightclub called the Good Hurt I think the Good Hurt's still around on the west side of LA, on Venice Boulevard. And so that's exactly right, Zuri. And it was, I think my biggest heartbreak is I turned a lot of people onto, I turned a lot of people onto much harder drugs than they should have ever been turned onto, and some of them did develop problems that lasted years for them to overcome, and I was instrumental in that happening, and for that I will forever be paying penance, but the evening continues, and so now we find some ecstasy, and so we take some ecstasy, and And then we're at the Good Hurt, and I asked the manager, I'm like, hey, man, do you have any drugs? Because I'm by this point in time I'm just so fucked up, and he's like I got Klonopin, and I'm like, what's Klonopin? Like, let me try Klonopin, which is like anti-anxiety medication, So I take some I just was taking whatever was around, I drank apparently I drank a fifth of tequila by myself. I thought we had all drank it, but a couple of days later, anyway. Apparently, like I was like, did we all share that tequila? And they're like, no, Mike, you drank that tequila. And I was like, the whole bottle? And they're like, yeah. So I was just a lunatic. So now it rolls around about 4:00 in the morning, and my bandmate, my buddy Pat, he drops me off, and he's like, Mike, just go to bed. And I'm like, I'll totally do that, So he's driving my van, and as soon as Pat leaves, I cop back in my van and I go down to my drug dealer's place right down the street, and my roommate who visited last week nearly killed herself on Klonopin and 151. Yeah, man. It's there's no. Well, 151 is. I mean, you can nearly kill yourself on just drinking 151. Yeah. Oh, really, Jess? Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, that's awesome that she survived and that she's thriving now. But so I get to my drug dealer's place, and they're shooting up. And they're shooting up speedballs, which is cocaine and heroin combined, and of course I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying attention to the fact that I've already been ingesting all sorts of crazy drugs the entire day, and I didn't let them know that, and so they just gave me a normal shot. I was like, I want one of those, and so apparently what I did is I injected it. And then I went, I feel amazing. And then I fished and started just kind of frothing and kind of like twitching. And so, and then when I woke, and when I woke, I couldn't speak English. I could understand English, but I couldn't speak English. And the right side of my body was paralyzed. And now my drug dealers, it was a little one room apartment. It was like a bachelor, right? So it was a one room with a bathroom. That's it. And I was, And I didn't know, so of course I didn't fully comprehend what was going on, but I knew I didn't want to be there, and I knew that the right side, and I didn't comprehend that I'd had a stroke yet. But I knew the right side of my body was paralyzed. So I literally spent, and it took me about 12 or 14 hours to get out of. So I was out for maybe 8 or 9 hours, and then when I came to, the right side of my body had been paralyzed, and so I spent literally every waking moment just trying to recover feeling in my hands and my legs, and so it was really hot in their apartment because they were poor drug addicts themselves. Like my buddy had lost his arm because of an abscess from injecting heroin. So he only had one arm. Like these were like hardcore druggy people, And so I remember dragging myself into the shower and turning on the shower because I like with all my clothes on because I was so hot because it was just so hot in there, and then I remember like just laying on the floor in the bathroom, and on the cool tile, just sitting there, just trying to recover feeling, and basically like the great thing is because I did that, because I was actively trying to reestablish, because basically what happens is your brain is having to rebuild the neural connections, the neural pathways that are letting your brain explain to you, how to move your body, man, me too, dude. Zarian, if there is infinite universes, like if the multi-universe idea was legitimate, then there certainly was a huge swath of universes where I did not survive. I think of that day. As a resurrection day. Like that was like me being able to survive that. Well, it's really crazy because that did not stop me doing drugs. I'll have to explain. But the thing is but when I finally, well, let me. I'll tell you in direct order. Yeah, amen, Elix. Yeah, you're right, man. Amen, dude. It really was. Anyway, let me. So I finally got enough. I recovered enough feeling to be able to stand. Now, but I was limping. Now, of course, the right side of my face is like paralyzed. So I look fucked up. I look like And of course but I can't acknowledge that. I just know I want to get the hell out of there. So I literally, so I'm spending. So the great thing is for the hours after the hours immediately following a stroke, the best thing you can possibly do is start just trying to recover your motion and your motors, like your ability to speak, your motor functions, and so I literally spent, because I wanted to get out of there. I knew I was not in a safe place. I literally spent, people were still coming and buying drugs. Like I'm in the bathroom just fucking fucked up, and there's people buying drugs, So I'm like, I just need to get the fuck out of here. So I literally spent every waking moment just trying to recover feeling. So that was a good thing I did. So I get home. I get home. So I don't have enough strength in my right arm to actually shift my van. So I have to do it with my left hand, But I climb in my van. Just recently had a stroke, and I drive like the 3 or 4 blocks back to my house, and I go inside, and I sit down. Now at this point in time, it was a 3-bedroom apartment, and I was living there with 4 girls. So, 3 girls. So my roommate Tina, and then Dina and Beth, they shared a room. And so, and then I had a room. And so I get there, and I sit down on the couch. I sit down on the couch, and they look like, and of course they see them like this, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right," And I'm not telling them anything, and I put on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I'd never seen at this point in time, and I literally just stayed on the couch for like 3 or 4 days and just watched Buffy. I watched basically a season a day, and I got through the first 4 seasons. But then I'm like, okay, and all the while I'm trying to recover. I'm just trying, but I know. So I know I've got to be on tour in 3 months. So the right side of my body, I have no fine motor control. So what I do is I pick up my guitar, and like literally I can barely play. I can't strum. I can't. So what I do is I put on my album, and I try to play along to the record. So our first record had just come out. It's a pop punk record, So I tried to play along, and I did that. And the album runs about about an hour. So I did that 6 times a day. I would play it, and I kept trying to play along 6 times a day, and which was really crazy is that apparently was the absolute best thing you could do, because I was reestablishing fine motor control, because I was. Because I was doing lots of muted fifths, and so I needed to have, and so from the day, like 3 days after the stroke until the day we left on tour, I literally, that's exactly right. I burst a blood vessel in my brain. Oh yeah. So I burst a blood vessel in my vein, in my brain. So, and then that basically caused brain damage, and so what I was doing is I was reestablishing, I was working around the broken brain, Yeah, man, me too. I did everything wrong. So then what happened was, hey Poe, how you doing, man? No, amen. That's exactly right, Poe. In fact, I didn't pick up the guitar in earnest until I was 23. So I was a late bloomer. I didn't get my first record deal until I was 29, and that was literally, I spent 2 years like just working towards that. So yeah, so you can always reinvent yourself. You can always be like, oh, I'm gonna do something else. So. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, Zarian. Thank you, brother. That's very kind. I try to be as honest about all of this stuff as I possibly can, because the thing is I think that first stuff that keeps me sane, and the thing is like, and I was a nice guy. I was a kind guy. I was a fun guy. And that didn't protect, like that didn't insulate me from falling into severe drug addiction, severe despair. There was during this period in time, every moment I woke up, the first thing that would go through my head was, you're a piece of shit. And then what I'd do, as I'm lying in bed, I would run through the litany of things that I had done because I was high or drunk or both, of all the awful things that I'd done, that all the lies that I was telling people, like, oh yeah, we should totally do this again. I love you, dude. Yeah, like give me your number. Yeah, like that kind of shit every single night. And I would just run and I would excoriate myself over and over and over again. So it was, you know, it was a crazy, and so so then I had the stroke, right? And then 2 weeks later, you know, I literally, my face is still half paralyzed. You know, people are still going, what's going on with Mike? And I'd already conditioned people, if they had drugs and they brought them to Mr. T's, to bring them to me. And so I would do like a little toot of cocaine, and then I'd black out. And I'd never blacked before this. I'd never blacked out ever before in my life. And I kept having these crazy blackout spells, but that still didn't stop me. You know, I was a crazy person. I was a crazy person, and I was hell bent on, and there were other things. There were other things that kind of affected the way why I was doing what I was doing. But it wasn't until my buddy Nate decided to get sober, and it's a whole other story involving he and me and he and I in downtown Los Angeles and trying to score drugs, and me getting mugged so Nate the very next day decides to get sober, and that creates a chain, like a domino effect that impacts each of my each of my buddies. And the last person, I can tell you this. Okay, I can give you that story if you guys like. What happened with the Nate and I were scoring drugs in downtown, and I literally just bought some heroin. So we got crack and heroin, which was our normal thing. And Nate only wanted the heroin, but I couldn't do one without the other, you know. So we go down, we go to buy. I just scored heroin. I literally just scored heroin. I already had the crack, and these two guys walk up to me and they're like, hey dude, give us the drugs. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, I literally just had put it in my back pocket, and they walked up to me. So, they're like, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, dude, give us the drugs. And I'm like, I have no idea what you guys are. I'm literally I'm on San Julian or somewhere near San Julian, which is like, it's like a dead end street. There's the only reason why anybody goes down it is just to buy drugs, you know? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. So they grab me and they start going through my stuff, my pockets, you know? And so, but of course I'm playing it off like I don't really know what's going on, and like they're like, I'm like, oh guys, what are you doing? Oh, come on, get off me! What are you like? Oh, it's like being silly, like pretending like they're just joshing with me, you know, and so I slip out of my shirt, you know, and I'm like, give me my shirt back, you know, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? And one of the guys had reached in my front pocket and he grabbed, and it was a Starbucks card. It was a Starbucks card that had like $1.60 on it or something like that, and then my California ID, and so he thinks he's got a credit card, and he thinks he has my ID, so he's, well, he doesn't my ID, but like he's like, so he turns to his buddy, he's like, let's go, so they take off. So I go back to Nate and I'm like, dude, I just got mugged, but all they got was my ID and my ID and my credit card. They didn't get the drugs. Isn't that great? And Nate's like, are you fucking kidding me? He's like, they definitely saw my car. Like, I can't come back down here anymore, you know. So Nate was like really afraid that they saw his vehicle because he was parked right, you know, like right on the street, and I walked over to him. So Nate Nate, I don't even think Nate did any drugs that night. I think Nate was like, fuck this. This is getting way too scary. I have to get the fuck out of this, you know. So the next day Nate went to an A meeting. And so that started a chain event, you know, a domino effect, where all of my other friends, so there were five of us that all kind of became drug addicts together. Like, we literally, our whole musical experience was built around us getting together, breaking out the guitars and just playing songs, like we just handing the guitar to each other and playing along and play like, this is my newest song, and playing and singing, and like, you know, and then doing drugs and getting drunk. So it was just this entrenched thing. And so as each of them got sober, I was like, and so at this point in time, my record label put out our first record and it totally tanked. So I knew they didn't want to put out another record, but I was signed to a 7-record deal, and I didn't think I had any wiggle room, because I hadn't actually read the contract. I hadn't reread the contract in a couple years since because we signed a few years before. I didn't realize that there was an exit clause. So I thought I was tied into this deal, and if they weren't going to put out another record, that I was fucked, you know. So I'm like, the only reason I'm on this earth is to make music, and I can't make music. They're never going to put out another record. You know, all right, fuck it. Then I'm just gonna go. You know, I'm just gonna. I mean, I didn't say that. I didn't rationalize that, but that was what I was doing. You know, and yeah, and my buddy Sean. So it was like Nate first, and then it was Nate got sober first, and then Schmed, and then Soup, and then Sean came to me, and Sean was like, "Hey, Mike. I really want to get sober. I'm a heroin addict, and I'm spending a lot of money, and yada yada yada, and Sean's like, but I know if you're going out, I know if you're still out there, and if you're still using, I know that I'll reach out to you, and to get high, you know, when I'm at my weakest. So do you think you could just do a full month of sobriety with me, just so I can get a little bit of a head start, and then if you want to, you can go back and do your own thing." And I was like, fuck yeah, man. Of course, dude. Of course I'll do that for you, you know? And so, no, yeah. Schmed, yeah. I mean, I think it's like, I mean, Schmed, like the thing is they all were like asking, like, dude, you should totally do it. It's been working out great. But I was like, no, you know, like, I don't really have any interest in that, guys. But when Sean came to me and said, hey, as a favor to me, could you do this because it's affecting my ability to stay sober? I was like, yeah, amen, Drew, yeah, amen. And so I was like, yeah, dude. And so so within 1 week of just go, so what we did is we went to, so all 5 of us went to the same meetings, right? So we went to AA meetings as well as NA meetings, and there was this nighttime meeting that happened at midnight in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, and it was what was it called? And it was just called Late Night. I think it was called Late Night. And so the late night meeting, it was just all these like kids, you know, it was all these like cute girls that were like, you know, in their like early 20s. And we're like, fuck yeah. So we'd hang out and just watch these cute girls, and, you know, like, but the thing is but the stories, like every now and again, there'd be somebody that was sharing a story. So this was this was like 2005, Zarian. So about 15 years ago. To like 2004, 2005. So we'd watch these cute girls. I'm like, that's, you know, and we just, you know, and but every now and again there'd be somebody that would share a story that had a very profound impact, and I was like, fuck, that's me, you know. And then what I noticed was like maybe 10 days into this, I woke up one morning, and the first thing that went through my head was not, you're a piece of shit. I was like, oh my God, I woke up and I didn't like, and I realized that I hadn't done anything embarrassing because I hadn't gotten drunk. Wasn't fucked up. Like I had a totally decent night of hanging out with people, and it was and there was no lies. And so I was like, this is amazing, you know? And so by the end of that month, I was like, I'm in it to win it, guys, you know? And so, and that was, you know, and it took me a good 6 years to fully kind of like get to a point where I was choosing life again, you know, like with, you know, with pretty much every, you know, and it was, but it would never, had Sean not come to me and said, hey man, can you do this for me? There's no doubt in my mind that I'd be dead right now. There's no doubt, you know. I kept making fucked up decisions. Yeah, this is already after having already had a stroke, you know. I already had a stroke. I was still doing drugs. Like, I was a crazy person, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, that's, all right. So shall we go back to some music? So this next song is, this song was licensed by Weeds. If you watch the show Weeds, second season finale, just there's a moment. It's amazing until you realize how boring sobriety can be. Then halos fall off, or at least tarnish. But thus far, I've not sipped as far as I slipped as far as I have previously. Yeah, and that's amen. Awesome. Thank you, Drew, and thank you, Poppins and P Poe. Here we go. So
Die, motherfucker, die. I wanna see you cry, and then I'll watch you die. I wanna hurt you, torture that desert you. Take a hot poker and stick it where the sun don't shine, and then watch you die. 'Cause I'm having a bad day, so get out of my way, or you will pay, and you pay with your life. I'm having a bad day, so what else can I say? I just wanna kill and be killed just the same, 'cause my day sucks ass. Die, motherfucker, die. I'll burn up both your eyes and fill the sockets full of lime. I'll carve at your skull and I'll turn it to a bowl that I'll eat my cereal with while I watch the Flintstones. And I'll do it with a smile, 'cause I'm having a bad day, so get out of my way, or you will pay, and you pay with your life. I'm having a bad day, so what else can I say? I just wanna kill and be killed just the same, 'cause my day sucks ass. I don't wanna work, I don't wanna pay bills, I don't wanna grow old, I don't wanna be poor, I don't drive in traffic, I don't wanna deal with dating, I don't stand in line, I don't pay any taxes. Die, motherfucker, die. Why won't you just die and get out of my life? I wanna move to some deserted desert island where I will live on coconuts and everything will be fine all of the time. 'Cause I'm having a bad day, so get out of my way, or you will pay, and you pay with your life. I'm having a bad day, so what else can I say? I just wanna kill and be killed just the same, 'cause my day sucks ass.
Ever since I started working, every single day of my life has been worse than the day before it. So that means that every single day that you see me, that's on the worst day of my life.
Yeah, and that's, you know, it's funny.
Tell you
That's
when you're acting rudely and insensitively. Remember that? You're doing it right now.
Yeah, and thank you, Zary. Thank you, man. You know, it's funny. Like, yeah. So I use music. Most of my music is pretty dark. Because I use my music. I use my music to kind of like exercise my own personal demons and kind of take the pain that life doles out to me and externalize it. You know, kind of put it in its own little bubble. I can come and visit it, and it doesn't have to live inside me, at least as pronounced. You know, like it's also like therapy. Like and thank you, Squid Mixtape. Hey man, thank you very, very kindly. Thank you, brother. And thank you, my friend TTV. So is it my friend TTV? Yeah, awesome. But thank you. Yeah, and so yeah, and that's exactly it. Like definitely. And hey, Team Stream Cheese, how you doing, brother? Exercise to exorcise. Yeah, if I was exercising my my working out. No, exercise. I'm gonna take a bath and get a nap. Hey, awesome, right on, Blue. What do you? Well, we'll talk about. Well, let's talk about that. I want to know what you're playing and what your character is. So I used so when I'm feeling great, when I'm feeling happy, when I'm feeling like things are kicking ass, I don't need to write about that. I just sit and enjoy those moments. Like this is amazing. It's when things are dark. It's when and then also I write a lot of songs about the world I see around me. Right. And I've got lots of story songs about kind of heartbroken people or just broken people or broken relationships. And because that for me is like I don't. And then I write a lot about, because I'm a broke working class musician. I write a lot of songs about that kind of stuff. Kind of like looking at the world through the lens of struggle. My friend. Okay, all right, yeah, all right, my friend. Right, awesome. I'm just envisioning this little demon. You're a awesome. Aha, yes, awesome. Tiefling necromancer. Well, hey, I know that Elix plays a big plays Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn. I actually no, amen, Zarian. And that's and so for me I don't write aspirational music. I write music kind of I write street level music, But in fact, this is a song. So this one, because I'm going down my song request queue. This song is called "My Doppelgangers and Me." This is this song was written at a point in time, from 2010 to about 2016. I was streaming on Ustream, but my channel wasn't really growing. I knew people were listening to the band. I was looking. I could look at Get Set Go's numbers on Spotify, and I could see that people were listening to the band, but I didn't know how to reach out to them. And for one, because I was an early adopter of MySpace, like literally as the band began, right? Because when we had a hometown audience, right, which was our scene, and then I also had a pretty decent internet presence. And so I constantly had feedback, and I constantly had interactions with people that liked the music, so I could get a sense of like what songs resonated, what songs didn't. Would be like, and by 2010, I had kind of lost. Yeah, what happened? Are you okay, Zarian? I had lost touch with people, and I just didn't know. And so I didn't know if my music was resonating, and I didn't know if people were out there, and I didn't know if people were paying attention. I knew people still liked the Grey's Anatomy songs and the songs around weeds and the songs around on other things, but I wasn't really getting a sense of, I just wasn't getting a sense that I was engaging with anybody with my new material, and so I was kind of losing my mind a little bit, and so. My favorite tool, really, truthfully, Drew, it's for me the thing that's been my key to success has been just I'm prolific. I write a lot of songs in a given year. I normally write between 60 and 100 songs. I haven't written that many this year because I just put out a new 45 song album, and I already have like 3 or 4 other releases already slated to go out. So I don't need the music, but the thing is like, but I write a lot of songs. And so what it does is it's sort of the shotgun approach. I get to bring them to my people. Well, yeah. So you guys have now play a huge role in that. It used to be I'd play them in front of the live audience, and I would see how what songs people reacted to in a visceral way, and that determined what songs went on the record. But now I don't have that. I don't play in front of live audiences much anymore. I play via the internet. So it really has been my Twitch community and my Patreon community that have basically kind of given me the feedback that I use to basically decide the record. So I do have an awesome production staff.
They say your life flashes right before your eyes, just before you die. It's true, and this is it. It's happening right now. It's flashing right in front of you. Have you had the time of your life? For this is the time of your life. Each decision that you make creates another you that went a different way. And in some other place, there's another me that did it all okay. Another universe's perfect me. And I'm just a very flawed copy.
Ever since I started working, every single day of my life has been worse than the day before it. So that means that every single day that you see me, that's on the worst day of my life.
The things I do are a mystery to me. It's a miracle I breathe at all. I wanna live, or at least I think I do, but most every choice I make is flawed. Have you had the time of your life? For this is the time of your life. Each decision that you make creates another you that went a different way. And in some other place, there's another me that did it all okay. Another universe's perfect me. And I'm just a very flawed copy.
You'll never write well if you fear dying. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I'd say might be my greatest fear, actually.
Well, it's something all men before you have done, all men will do.
I know.
Have you ever made love to a truly great woman?
Actually, my fiancée is pretty sexy.
And when you make love to her, you feel true and beautiful passion, and you, for at least that moment, lose your fear of death.
No, that doesn't happen.
I believe that love that is true and real creates a respite from death. All cowardice comes from not loving or not loving well, which is the same thing. And when the man who is brave and true looks death squarely in the face, like some rhino hunters I know, or Belmonte, who's truly brave, it is because they love with sufficient passion to push death out of their minds, until it returns as it does to all men. And then you must make really good love again.
Have you had the time of your life? For this is a time of your life. Each decision that you make creates another you that went a different way. And in some other place, there's another me that did it all okay. Another universe's perfect me. And I'm just a very flawed copy.
Yeah. So that's a song called "My Doppelganger's and Me." That's on I normally put out big records, right? They're normally like on the low end there's like 14 songs, on the high end there's 45 songs, but usually they kind of fall around in like the 20. Thank you so much, Drew. Yeah, thank you, man. That song's very near and dear to me because I still feel that to this day. I still feel like, but the great thing is like that song never would have existed if I had not made the mistakes I made, right? Had I not felt like I was the flawed version of a much better me in some other universe, I would never have written that song. So I look at, all of the songs I've written about my life and the choices I made and the choices my friends have made and just the things, they all led to me having this collection of songs, and I would not trade a single one of them. I would not want to have experienced significant more success than I have now if it means that I have to give up the songs I've written. And so I'm like, so everything works out totally perfect. I'm like, yeah, like I'm exactly where I meant to be. So yeah, thank you, Drew. Thank you, man. Thank you very kindly. Namely, somewhere in some parallel universe, there's some fucker. That's exactly right. And I think about that. Like, there's probably some guy out there that's stuck with film and TV and went on to like, basically run the Marvel stuff for Saban and then leverage that into a significant career in Marvel. there's stuff like that. Like there are moments in my life where I had like I can see my life forking, and I chose and I always chose this path. You know, I always chose the one that was like music focused and music. You know, so but yeah. That's exactly right, Elix. You know, like but those guys never lived in the happy medium universe and got around to writing them. No, well, yeah, and that's that's exactly it, Zeri. Like, so I have a lot more gratitude. My whole life recently has been me trying to focus on the things that I should be grateful for, because I really this says like just this stream. In fact, that was the thing. So when there's a point in time when streaming on Twitch was getting to be toxic for me, right? Because I was very much focused on the numbers, how many people were watching, and very much focused on the money I was making, right? And so if I made a lot of money, it was a great stream. If there was a lot of people, a great stream. But if I didn't make any money, it was a bad stream. If it was a small number of people in the audience, it was a bad stream. And that was the completely shitty way to look at it. It was so broken, because I was like, no, that's not. It's like I was like, what do I get out? What are the benefits I get from streaming on Twitch? And I was like, well, first off, I play live for 4 hours every single day. And that allows me to dig really deep into. Hey, Jared, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Thank you, Zarian. Thank you kindly, man. And that's exactly it. And well, obviously, Drew, yeah, you as somebody that is a verified partner, certainly you too have experience. Like, so I had to rejigger the way that I thought about Twitch, and I was like, okay, what are the things that I get out of Twitch? So I'm playing for and I'll address Jared in just a second, but I will play. I play for 4 hours every day. And I got to play for people that want to hear my music and let me play for 4 hours, play all of my originals, and they dig it, and that's fucking awesome. That in itself, I would pay for that. In fact, often I do go. Maybe when the Angels, were deciding how my life was going to roll out, maybe I was like, that's worth $1 million to me, so I will not. I won't get $1 million. I will eschew the $1 million and instead be able to do this. Who knows? Hey, Filthy Turtle, how you doing? Yeah, see, amen. I feel you on that. The thing is, it's like, in fact, that's why I had to adjust the way I do my streaming. So in fact, I don't even know how many people are watching the stream anymore. I'm just engaging with the people that are in the chat. And the thing is like, and I don't do donation goals. I don't do any of that. Like I completely removed the monetization of this channel. This is where I go to hang out with friends and play my music, and me doing that completely radically transformed how much fun it is for me to do this and the way I do it, and so I think everyone kind of needs to hit that point at some part of their career, their career streaming to progress. Yeah, amen. That, and I mean, I 100% can see that my path is a probably path that most people that stream go through, because there is this moment where you, like, if you become like, if it's not a game, that's the thing, is it's not a video game. I'm not leveling up. I'm not going to level up. And the thing is, and I don't really want to. The thing is, like, this, right, the community, the crowd I have right now is perfect, because I get to, and when anybody that wants to interact with me and converse with me, I can totally do it, and I know if it keeps growing, it'll hit a point where there'll be so much stuff flying at me that it'll be difficult for me to kind of like stay on top of the actual conversation. So I like the fact that it's exactly perfect for where it is right now, and I love that. So I'm gonna enjoy this for as long as I can, and if it grows, and if it gets to a point where, like, then we'll figure out a way to adjust. Like, I'll have to figure out some way to accommodate that. But the thing is, but I'm not there yet, and that's awesome. So hey Jamie, how you doing? Awesome, and thank you, Zarin. I mean, I appreciate that. The thing is, I try to be a genuine human being, in everything I do, and I try to be honest about my failings as well as the things that I do well, Yeah, and for me, it's just trying to be honest. You know, if I can be, it's the rigorous honesty thing that I learned in AA and NA. You know, there's something about not dealing with the world from an unvarnished perspective that allows me to like kind of just deal with things a little bit better. And certainly I've done some shitty things over the past year, some shitty things. And I've hurt some people that I did not intend to hurt. And I feel terrible about that. And I have either made amends or I'm trying to make amends as, you know, currently, you know. But the thing is that like, but that's just people, right? That's just people. We all do that. We all, whether it's just a moment of selfishness or just accidentally, or misinterpreting what's going on and then making bad decisions predicated on that, you know. Yeah, it's just, yeah. But that's the thing is, we're great apes, right? I mean, we are literally classified, at least physiologically. We are like, you know, like the fact that we can talk and I can stream over the internet is pretty fucking magical, right? It is literally like you bring in somebody from 300 years ago and bring them into this place. They're like, that's just magic, you know? So yeah, amen, my friend. Yeah. And so it is. So it's for me, it's just, it's, you know, it's fun. You know, I've been having a lot of fun. I mean, my whole life has been, you know, and do I lament not having kids? Yes. Do I lament not having a wife? Yes. Of course I do. Are there things in my life I'd like to improve? Of course. But the thing is that like, but it's also like, I enjoy the getting there, you know? So, but there's honestly, yeah. I mean, and that's exactly, like, that's the thing is, so for me, I try to be as vocal. In fact, that's one thing that I've noticed a lot lately. So I role play, right? And I've been role playing since I was a kid. And so I'm doing a solo campaign with a buddy of mine that's been absolutely mind-blowingly spectacular. It's just been super, super fun. And my character, basically one of the things that he's been doing is he kind of deals with the situation. Like he's like, okay, this is exactly what's going on. He's very honest with all of the people that he's like, hey, you guys are on my side. We're on the same team. So here's all the data. You know, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's been awesome because you see it like it kind of judo flips like some of the circumstances, because I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to hide this information. Anyway, but I realized that like I'm listening to the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. I don't know if you guys know that book series, but one of the things that all of the characters do, and it's driving me insane, is they all keep secrets, and none of them are honest about like why they're doing the things that they're doing, and it's driving me nuts. And I'm like, all you need to do is just explain. Like, I don't really know. I don't know really how to deal with the situation, and so I'm just kind of making it up as I go. That doesn't hurt anybody, right? I'm stupid, but you'll never break a promise. Yeah, I mean, well, that's amazing, man. I wish I could say that. I really wish I could. Hey, Caution Kate, how you doing? And Rock Talk, hey, right on, guys. Good to see you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Yeah, I'm happy you guys are here. Thank you so much. The friends I have are my brothers, and I do. In fact, that's one of the heartbreaking things for me is I moved from LA. You know, I had so many super close friends in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is a tough place to find good people. Like there's a lot of kind of shystery folk, you know, and so to have found like my tribe in LA, and then to move away from them, and move away, not making a lot of money, so not being able to return with nearly any frequency was really tough, but. The great thing is like, but they're still my tribe, and I can still, and when I do run across them, or they make their way to Austin, it's like no time has passed, you know. Are you gonna do something I don't know, Rob Talk. I haven't really I know that there are those. I haven't really considered it. Yeah, I'll have to. You're totally right, Elix. I'll have to sort something out. But I stopped watching TV because so many times the only reason drama happened in a weekly show was because characters refused to just pick up a phone and go, "Hey, can we talk?" Yeah, no, yeah, and and for whatever reason, and it's so funny because to me it feels like that's like you can't come up with a situation where people are dealing with enough conflict just by like the world around them. Like it has to be this, like people can't just talk about stuff. And the thing is like. And I can definitely get it if you're kids, right? So if you're dealing with but at some point in time, like as an adult, you kind of get to a point where you're like, oh, I should just communicate, you know. And if I can express kind of like why I'm doing what I'm doing, then they now have enough information to understand A, why I'm acting the way I'm acting, and B, they'll be better able to like figure out how they're going to interact with me because I've laid my cards out, you know. So. Did you see the Lucas the spider video I sent you? Made me think of your doggo. I did. I'm not remembering, but I know that anything you send me, Poe, I do watch. The best holiday ever. That's awesome, Kate. Well, I'll have to go back and take a look. I think you should make smile mode for 1,000. What is smile mode, Rob Talk? And I'm super happy. Gave a fuck about everything and only spent time with people I wanted. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's awesome, Kate. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really, really awesome. And that's that. Anyway, that's what I was saying. Like that's the crazy thing, right? It's so here I am. I'm literally talking to a screen. You know, I'm in my place. I've got my dog. I spent Christmas completely alone. And then I was like, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and I'm doing that here, and it's awesome. So yeah, it's just great. Only person I had to spoil for Christmas was myself, and I finally upgraded from hey, right on, man! Congratulations, Drew. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Smile forces everyone to use smile instead of words. Oh, I see. Oh, huh. Hey, Babby. That's hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look. I haven't explored any of that functionality. And again, and one of the big reasons why is mostly that I like the stream as it is. You know, the thing is like so. But I'm sure that there's all sorts of functionality that I could add to enhance the experience, and I just haven't because I'm like, oh my god, look at the way it is. But. All right, right on, my friend. Yeah, well, it was a real pleasure making your acquaintance, and hopefully we see you again soon. And yeah, thank you. Thanks for dropping by, and thanks for being engaging and being awesome. And yeah, hopefully we see you again soon. Okay, so this is a song. So I occasionally co-write songs with my chat, and this song was co-written. Every single lyric except for the very last words were written by you guys. And so basically what I do is this is Paleophile Rob Talk. So what I do is I say, okay, what do you guys want what kind of song do you want to write about? And we'll just kind of round table some ideas. And so I made a proposal. What do you guys want to write about? And I asked that question, and a girl in our chat, Rose _182, she goes, she's like, oh, can it be about dino sex? And I'm like, dino sex, like, isn't dinosaurs? Like, dinosaurs having sex with each other? People having sex with dinosaurs? Like, what? And she's like, I don't care. I do not care, just so long as it's about dino sex. And I was like, all right, what do you guys think? And so we all agreed, let's see if we can't write a song about dino sex. And then we figured out some marching orders, right? So we wanted to make sure that it was gender neutral, as long as you didn't care who was doing what to whom, right? So the body parts didn't come into it, but there's no like suck my dick or like, you know, or like fondle my boobies, you know, like it was entirely a gender neutral. So it was a gender neutral song. And every dinosaur actually had to be a dinosaur, so no pterodactyls and no, you know. So hey, Isabel, hey, awesome, how you doing? So if you guys don't know Isabel Page, she actually is she streams like Overwatch. She streams she also streams some like Battlefield and some other, but she is like ridiculously super fun. She has a very salty and like she basically speaks the King's English exceptionally well but she's super fun to watch. And so I will often she's often streaming before as I'm setting up my stream, so I will kind of lurk her stream while I'm getting all my stuff set up. So oh yeah, no, amen. I totally get it, Isabel. Yeah, but yeah, it's always great to see you, and you have a spectacular evening or day. Oh, I guess it's probably getting evening time. Yeah, hopefully we see you again soon. So this song, so this song is about, well, yeah, so it's called Paleophile. It's about dino sex. When I was a wee one, I had my first crush. Those tiny fossil arms made me blush. That neck, that horn, that tush, that never-ending smile. That's when I knew I was a paleophile. And maybe a sin, but that toothy grin drives me wild. I'm not into boys or girls, I just want dinosaurs. I want my dino whore, omnivore, carnivore, herbivore. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Huh. Archaeopteryx, extend those sexy wings. It makes me think the naughtiest things. Brontosaurus with your neck so very long, I could stroke it all night long. Velociraptor, give me some more, you big dickosaur. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Megalosaur, give me your ultra megalodon. Seismosaurus, you shake me, you're breaking my heart on. I wanna go back to the past for that sweet dino ass. Wind up the clock, tickety-tock, for that fat dino cock. Please take me home, I'm alone, stuck in a world with that dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Huh. Triceratops, so can you top me? You make me horny to the power of 3. I have only one wish for my Mesozoic date. I want a T-Rex to masturbate. When we're alone, I'll polish your bone to your squid dino phone. I'm not into boys or girls, I just want dinosaurs. I want my dino whore, omnivore, carnivore, herbivore. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Huh. Ankylosaurs, you will someday become gas. Till then use your tail to pound my ass. Stegosaurus with your lovely lady plates. Why don't you come please, sit on my face. What can I do? I like to screw, I bet they do too. I'll fuck 'em all till I'm dinosaur. Megalosaur, give me your ultra megalodon. Seismosaurus, you shake me, you're breaking my heart on. I wanna go back to the past for that sweet dino ass. Wind up the clock, tickety-tock, for that fat dino cock. Please take me home, I'm all alone, stuck in a world without dinosaurs. With the dinosaurs. Oh, what a bore. Yeah, so yeah, it's a song called Paleophile, and yeah, that's that one is that one is a true representation of the perversion that exists in this, Yeah, it's awesome. It's a fun song. Game 3. Let me pull up the lyrics for this one. Popping down. Yeah. So that's that song is. I was like, all right, here we go. Yeah, I mean, not with the current setup, Justin. But I certainly could set up set something up that would let it run like that. It would be a bit of a pain in the butt, but. Yeah, it is funny. That song definitely has kind of like amongst a bunch of music streamers. That was kind of adopted by, like, they would come in and they'd raid me and they'd be like, oh, play Paleophile. And so, yeah, that one. Yeah. Sit on my face and tell me that you love me. And I'll sit on your face and tell her that I love you too. Life would be fine if we were sitting 69. Yeah, I love this song. All right, here we go. So this is a song called Game 3. So this is a true story. I actually met this girl, Denise, this exact way. So. I actually met her. I met her at game 4, where the Kings lost. But I totally forgot that. So I wrote this song thinking, and she totally forgot that because we had just met and we're like this is amazing. Like, and she was a Kings fan and I was a Kings fan, LA Kings, a hockey team, and so and we were both anyway. So we totally forgot and we're like, oh shit, it's fine. So but game 3 they won, and so I just conflated game 4 and game 3 to come up with but it goes like this. And so I met her. She was like, "Oh, I'm a big fan of music." And I was like, "Oh, really? That's cool." And I'm like, "What kind of music?" And she's like, "Country." And I was like, "Hey, man, all right, that's cool. Country music, cool." And so I met her, and so I kept writing her songs. I mean, this is my version of country. This is sort of kind of countrified song, but. Out at Casey's to watch the game and drink a beer or 3. The Kings were winning and everyone was in the midst of revelry. And then I turned and looked into a pair of lovely dark brown eyes sitting next to me. The Kings were killing it, and I was feeling pretty high. And every now and then I'd turn and try to catch her eye. Such a lovely pair of eyes they were, and she was such a lovely girl. And then I saw her smile, and I knew that I was through. And then I saw her smile, and I knew that I was through. And then I saw her smile, and there was nothing I could do. Sometimes you gotta just reach out and take the hand of the lovely girl. Her name was Denise. The Kings dominated and everyone was getting proper drunk. But I needed no Jameson to keep myself feeling fucked up. I just drank in her eyes all night. Her loveliness, it showed so bright. I drank in her smile, and I knew that I was through. Oh, I drank in her smile, and I knew that I was through. Oh, I drank in her smile, and there was nothing I could do.
Sometimes you gotta just reach out and take the hand of the lovely girl. Her name was Denise. And the Kings won game 3.
So yeah, and I ended up writing a whole record for her. I wrote 10 songs. I ended up writing 10 songs for her over the first like 6 months of our dating, and we kept almost breaking up. Like the entire we only dated for a full year, and we would get into these fucking really fiery hardcore arguments, and then but then the making up was always fun. But man, I was like, wow, this is just crazy. I ended up writing the whole record for her. And then, all right, so this next song is Go. She was awesome. She really was. We just didn't really do too, like, we would get, I think a lot of it was booze related. And so we would get into these kind of like fiery arguments, and I was like, that's not good. Anyway, but yeah, whatever. So it goes. This is the way life happens. So in 2008, so in 2007, our fourth album came out, and it was the last record that we had on our original record label, and the record label had been slowly but surely throttling their promotional efforts on each release. So they kind of did a full, they did a full court press on the very first record, right? But they were really trying to get us on commercial radio. They spent like $100,000 trying to promote us to commercial radio, and it just wasn't. It just like $100,000 sounds like a lot of money, but when you're spreading that over the top 50 markets in the United States, it's not a lot of money per market, So. And so the first record did not break, and they really had no interest in putting out a second record. And then Grey's Anatomy wanted to license some more. They were like, "Do you have any more music?" And I was like, "I do have more music, but I don't think my record label wants to put out another record, and I'm kind of tied in this contract with them." And they're like, "Well, send us." I was like, "But I've got acoustic demos. I could send you the acoustic demos." And they're like, "Yeah, send them to us." And I sent them to them, and and Grey's Anatomy was like, "We definitely want to use your song "Sleep," and we might want to license a couple others. Can you get us some studio versions of these songs?" So I went back to the record label and I was like, "Hey guys, Grey's Anatomy wants to license some more songs from me. I don't want to do it unless you guys want to do a full another record." So that they thought about it and they're like, "Okay, yeah, we want to do another record." So I was like, "Awesome." So I thought that was gonna be my very last record. So I literally put as many songs as could fit on it. Could fit on a compact disc, which is about 80 minutes worth of music, right? So like I believe it's like 78.5 minutes is the entire running length. So you can't fit another 3-minute song on the album. And because I thought it was gonna be my last record, so I was like, yeah, I will just leave this. I'll put out this album. It'll be my swan song, And then of course it hit stores, and at this point in time, like iTunes had an alternative chart, and so it was the same week that Arcade Fire's first record, Funeral, came out. Sufjan Stevens, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but Illinois came out. There were some awesome albums, and we all started climbing this chart. Like, so the fact that we were on that chart was amazing, and then we climbed up to about position 50, 49, 48, somewhere right there, and we just stayed there. But we stayed there, like the longest time that you could stay on that chart was 8 weeks, and we went up, we got to there, and we just stayed there for like 8 weeks. So I was like, that's pretty cool, right? And then we were touring, and so that was the album that kind of put us on the map, And then the next record, so there were like good things like All Music had voted us like one of the top 25 most crushworthy bands. We were getting a lot of good press. Like things were just, I was like, this is great. Finally, we're finally doing it. This is amazing. And then the record label decided they were gonna cut back on the promotional costs for the third record. And I'm like, why? We've got momentum. Like, why not keep us on the road? Why not keep us touring? You know? And then of course, the third record came out and it didn't do as well as the second. And then they decided to cut the promotional costs even further on the fourth record. And then the fourth record did completely even worse. And I was like, do you guys see the correlation? Record label? Do you see like you spent all the money on the second record that you needed to get it blown up, and it blew up, and you know so I still thought I was trapped into this record deal, and I was miserable, and so I wrote a side project album that I was gonna release completely as not as a Mike TV, because I was tied in this record contract. So, but I was just gonna find some way to put it out myself, without having my name attached to it. But the side project band was called I Give Up, and the album was called Nobody Cares. And it was just about my frustrations with being a musician at that point in time and dealing with, you know, and so this song, so this is the title. So this is a song called Nobody Knows, Nobody Cares, which is it's effectively the title track from the record. But
everybody knows you were crazy. Everybody thinks you're weird. Everybody says you're lazy. Nobody knows and nobody cares. You better give up, you better give in, you better move over, 'cause there is someone better than you taking your place, and you're in disgrace, and there is nothing you can do. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha. Everybody knows you were crazy. Everybody thinks you were weird. Everybody says you were lazy. Nobody knows and nobody cares. Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody knows you won't make it. Everybody thinks you are scared. Everybody says you can't take it. Nobody knows and nobody cares. You better give up, you better give in, you better move over, 'cause there is someone better than you taking your place, and you're in disgrace, and there is nothing you can do. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha. Everybody knows you were crazy. Everybody thinks you were scared. Everybody says you were lazy. Nobody knows, and nobody cares. Nobody cares, nobody cares.
yeah, so the album never actually officially came. It was never actually officially released. Thank you, Zarian. Right on, man. And yeah, I do. Not noodles. Is it not noodles or not nuddles? It looks like it should be not nuddles, but and thank you, Zarian. That's very kind of you, man. And that is Squid's mixtape. That's actually super awesome. You know, like it's funny because I will say to, you know, to a lot of, like, my music doesn't work for everybody. You know, there's a small group of people that I know my music resonates with. You know, and certainly I've got songs. Certainly because my catalog is so vast, you can certainly put together probably 30 or 40 songs, no matter who you are, that of my stuff that you could appreciate. You know, I kind of run the full gamut between kind of punk to folk to rock to country to like, you know, all through my lens. You know, but the people that really can kind of like. But I again, like I write about my you know, my struggles, and I write about you know, and all of the darkness that kind of happens in my life, I capture and turn into song. So, you know, again, so I can externalize the hurt, you know, and so that does, you know, and so that that does often confound and frustrate and vex people, you know. But every now and again I do run across someone they're like, yeah, man, that's exactly the world I know. And it's always fucking awesome because that's why I do this. Right. So because when I run across, like, that's one of the cool things that I've gotten over the course of my career, is I've gotten people that reached out to me, and this is always like this, when things were at their worst, when I really thought people were like, when I felt the band was in serious decline, the one thing that kept me going was I would get emails like this, where someone would be like, "Hey, Mike, I just want to let you know I've been a fan for this long time, and this is my favorite album, or this is my favorite song, or something like that. But I've been really going through a tough time lately. I've really thought about harming myself, and your music's helped me get through that, you know." And I get those kinds of emails with enough frequency that I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know, like, the thing is even if I'm not able to pay my bills, and even if I'm struggling to like get by, that's enough of a incentive for me to keep on keeping on, you know? So, thank you, Zarin. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's funny. Thank you, brother. And you know, and I do, the thing is I do not promote myself very well, which is funny because I as a promoter, I'm really great at aggressively promoting my friends' bands. I love them. They're amazing. They're awesome. So I can talk about them all day long. For me to do that for myself is very difficult, you know? So, and so I don't, you know? And so, I also very carefully curate the way I approach music, and the way, like, so I don't like the business side of music is abhorrent to me. Like, first off, the fact that, like, the way that music operates in this day and age, right? With now most people getting their music via streaming, and the streaming services paying so very little. I mean, YouTube pays 0.0006 cents a play, 0.0006. You know, like the best ones here. I've got all the data right here. So, like, the one that pays the most is Napster, and they pay 0.019 cents a play. 0.019. Yeah, no, yeah, that's exactly it. Like, you have to get 100 plays, 0.0006. No, 0.0069 though. So 0.007 really. So so you have to get a 100 plays to get a penny, like, or more than 100 plays. So just to earn a minimum wage, like, so to get Napster is still a thing. Unfortunately I only have like 800 Napster listeners, but see, Poe, in fact, Poe, what service do you listen to me on? This is one of the things I'm trying to do. I've begun to suspect that perhaps Spotify is throttling my plays. I don't. Because I hear lots. Oh yeah, you're on Spotify. Okay, so that's the thing. Is like, so I definitely have a. I paid $20 for hesitation cuts. I have the power of thousands of Spotify users in my hands. Yeah, and thank you, Elix. You really didn't have to, but that's very kind of you, dude. But I think about it. I've heard I have folks like that, Poe, that I have other people that have said, hey, I've been listening to your album on repeat on Spotify. And so on the very first day the album came out, I got about 7,000 plays, right? So that was awesome. But since it came out a week ago Tuesday. So I've got it's called the band is called Get Set Go. Squid, here you go. That's the name of the band. That's how you find me. So there you go. And there's the actual link. So I can't tell exactly. The thing is because I definitely do have reports from friends, saying like I've been listening to you nonstop. And the thing is the numbers don't reflect that. So I had 7,000 plays. I had 7,000 plays on the very first day, and then since then I added like 2,200 more plays, right? Over now 8 or 9 days. So it's not. And the thing is like, I mean 7,000 plays is really. Like that's really like 3 album sales in terms of actual money coming to me. So basically Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, all these services are raping artists. Like I used to make every sale, every iTunes sale, I make like $6. Now, even with 7,000 plays, that really it's 1,500 plays count for one as a one album sale. So that's the metric by which most of these services kind of operate, but obviously not YouTube because YouTube, and obviously not Pandora Premium. But Amazon, Spotify, Deezer, Google Play Music, Apple Music, they all kind of operate off of that idea of 1,500 plays. 1,500 plays usually equates to about $6, So 7,000 plays divided by 1,500, it's not a lot. It's not a lot of album sales. So and it used to be I'd put out an album and I'd immediately sell 200 copies, and that was $1,200 right in my bank account within a couple of months, and then I would continue to sell albums. I'd continue to sell it until I probably hit around anywhere between like 400 or 500 and 1,000 copies depending on the album, the release, So and that was kind of tentpole money. Like that was money around which I would rush a release out because I need to pay a significant bill. Let me cobble together a record and let me put it out, and I can't do that anymore. It doesn't generate revenue for me anymore. So, but that's fine. I have to zig, sometimes you have to zig, sometimes you have to zag. It's now for me, the music is the ante. The music for me is the ability to sit, yes, I'm a professional musician. I don't make money off of my music per se. I make money off of the people that enjoy my music. The thing is like I have songbooks and I have and I still get licenses. I still have money coming in from BMI royalties. And hey, thank you, Tolgak. Am I pronouncing that correctly? But thank you so much for the follow. And yeah, that's awesome. See, that's and now did you, Poe? How did you find Death and Taxes? That's because usually it's really funny. Usually. When people first discover the band, whatever the album is where they first kind of entered the Get Set Go sphere, that's usually ends up being the record that kind of captures them. I don't know why that is, but it's and then everything else kind of branches out from there. So, and well, it's. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, and that's so. And the album version is such a starkly different one than that. But that's awesome. Anyway, so it's just a weird. Being a professional musician, trying to sort out all of the different ways in which you survive is it's a tough thing. It's a tough road to hoe, but I love it. I get up every single morning and make music, and that's fucking awesome. So I'm like, all right, I can deal with it. I can deal with the struggle. I can deal with the having to like every 6 months or so figure out some new way, some new hustle to actually survive. I can do that. So what are we gonna do? What would you guys like to hear?
Oh, I wanna touch your skin. Yes, I wanna break it in. Oh, I need to feel her weight, the way her body lays, her body on display. Oh, I need to taste your skin and the secrets deep within, and the flavor of her sex, and the way her body rests, and the way her body aches. Oh, I need to know her flesh and the softness of her breasts, and the things that make her sweat, and the things that make her scream. I need to know these things. Ooh, oh, these things I need to know. Oh my God, I've lost control. I've lost control. I need a fistful of her hair to hold as the two of us collide. And the sun and the fury that we share will spill from me to her deep inside. Oh, I wanna touch her lips with my teeth and fingertips. I wanna feel her body come, a quaking, shaking one, till we're spent and we're done. Ooh, oh, these things I need to know. Ooh, oh my God, I've lost control. I've lost control. Oh, you know, I totally forgot. Jared, are you still here, man? So Jared Jensen was one of the people that Sue, no barking, dude. Thank you kindly, Felix. Thank you kindly, man. Anyway, I totally was in the middle of talking. I was like, oh, I'm gonna address Jared in just a second, and I totally forgot. But anyway, so Jared commissioned a song, and so I'm in the process of recording that song, but I think Eric, we reached out to Eric. I think Eric's gonna do some stuff for it. So it might be possible. I mean, I definitely, yeah. So anyway, you guys might have another song with Eric Summer contributions in the near offing. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I can do the Night Attack lullaby. Yeah. Night Attack is through. Is this something that I did? Is this something I can? Okay, all right, yeah. So I don't play this one that often, so there might be some mistakes. I apologize if there are. So I wrote this song. So this song was written for, there's a show called Night Attack. And Justin, you know that song, A Run-On Sentence Filled with Bad Ideas, is actually now the Dying Stars. That was its original name, and then I changed it to the Dying Stars. But so this song. But yeah. So Jared, I'm gonna try to finish the recording this evening, and I should have it for you by tomorrow morning. But I might have to go a little bit into it tomorrow. But I'll yeah. So, but I want to get it to you. I want to get it to you so that you can play it for the family, and then I can start playing it in the stream. You know. But oh no, Night Attack is through. No, Night Attack is through. This is something that I was telling you the story about this. So there's a show called Night Attack. The host is Brian Brushwood. Brian has another channel on YouTube called Modern Rogue. Has another channel called Scam Nation, which used to be Scam School. He's done he's done a lot of stuff with like the Discovery Channel and National Geographic and stuff like that. And then his co-host is a fellow by the name of Justin Robert Young, who's a comedian and a podcaster. And Justin's been kind of rebranding himself. He's been gearing more towards politics and then also history. But with a political bent, but they're both hilarious, awesome, super fun guys, and I've been guesting on that show since in some iteration of that show since like 2011. So
it's crazy. We now go back, we're coming on a decade, which is crazy. So I wrote for them the closing lullaby. And so that's what this is. So this is, as the show is winding down, this song comes on. So it goes, oh no, night attack is through. Is it something that I did? Is there something I can do? Oh no, night attack is done. My heart has been broken. The depression's just begun. Brian Brushwood, every time you leave. Brian Brushwood, every time you leave. I wanna hurt myself by pissing off some bees. I'm allergic to bees. Oh, Justin Robert Young, every time you go, I get so sad that I wanna drink a warm glass of Drano. Night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, I love you. There we go. Yeah. So that sometimes get those chords a little bit mixed up. So this next song. This next song is here. In fact, I should turn this on, but I forgot. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, the summer music series. So there was a buddy of mine was an NSFW. He was a fan of the NSFW show on the Twit Network, which is so that Brian and Justin, the show before it was Night Attack, was called NSFW. And it was the only comedy program on the Twit network. If you guys don't know Twit, it's like a techie software oriented actual like physical technology oriented site that has lots of like video podcasts and broadcasts, people kind of handling dealing with a bunch of kind of tech stuff. And so the NSFW was the only comedy program on that site, on that channel. Or on that site, and anyway, yeah, and so the NSFW guys, back when it was NSFW, they had a thing called the Summer Music Series, and so I had a buddy that listened to that was a big fan of NSFW, and he was like, hey Mike, they're doing this this podcast NSFW that I really like. They're doing a Summer Music Series, and I think you and Eric, because I know you guys have been streaming on Ustream, I think you guys would be really great for it. And I was like, fuck yeah, man, of course, put us in contact. And we were doing it was our very first Kickstarter, and we had raised we were trying to raise $8,000 to finish the fifth record. Right? So I left the record label. I went back and I read my contract, and I was like, oh, there is an exit clause. Oh, I just need to send them music and then they get. If I send them the music that we want to put on the next record. They have a 1 week to decide whether they're gonna use that music or not. And if they decide no, then I can send them a letter of termination and I'm out of the contract. So I was like, really? That's all I need to do? Oh my God. So I sent them all. I gave them all the stuff that I wrote for Fury of Your Lonely Heart. I wrote like for Fury of Your Lonely Heart, I wrote maybe like 70 songs, maybe 70 songs. And of those songs, maybe even a little bit more than that, because those songs ended up becoming the songs that were Fury of Your Lonely Heart, Loose Tongues, Wicked Hands, and Tumors. So there were 4 releases, 2 EPs and 2 full-length records, all written at the same time. So I literally sent the record label all of these songs. Here you go. Here's the stuff. What do you think? And they were like, we don't want this. So I was like, yes, I'm out of the deal. So then I put together my own record label, and I'm going to launch but I forgot how, because I was like, I'm going to do everything right. I'm just going to do everything right. So I forgot how expensive that is, right? So getting my mixer, Matt Thorne, like he's $50 an hour, right? And so he can move pretty quick, but it's usually 4 or 5 hours a mix, Hey, Paper Cat, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? And so it was just there was lots of costs, and so we got to a point where I was like, fuck, I don't think I've got enough money to actually manufacture the discs and then do the promotional campaign that I wanted to do, because my publicist is $2,000 a month with a minimum 3-month campaign, and it was just an expensive proposition. So we did an $8,000 Kickstarter, and hey, Sticks, how you doing, man? But yeah, right on. I'm happy you're here, dude. And so we were $4,000 away from hitting our goal, and we do this show on NSFW, and we fucking hit it like by the end. Well, we didn't hit it. We almost hit it by the end of the show, and then like the next morning we actually hit our goal. So and then we blew past it. So it was just fucking mind-blowingly awesome. And wait, hold on. Let me read Paper Cat's message. Oh, or I can't because it's makes no sense. It's crazy persons. Oh yeah, right on, Squids. No worries, man. You have an awesome day, dude, and hopefully we see you again soon.
Available even in fine Corinthian leather.
Anyway, so this song is this is on my new record. This song is there's moments when something bad happens in your life, and you know it's not going to be something you can just sort out immediately, right? It's like you discover you've got a significant disease, or you get a DUI, or your house burns down. You know, like these there are these moments where you have to face life, like it's a significant life change, and you're just gonna have to suffer through it. And there's that moment you get where you're like, so you kind of go through all the stages of grief, and then you eventually hit this, like, you're like, all right, fuck it, whatever, okay, let's just fucking deal with it. This is what we have to do, you know. So I wanted to write a song that was about that moment where you're like, oh, fuck it, all right. So this is called Fuck It, Whatever, Okay. Break down. I'll be alright. I don't wanna break down. I don't wanna freak out. I don't wanna. I'll be alright. Just give me a moment. I'll be alright. Just need a moment. Just give me a moment. Just give me one. I always knew there would be days like this when it all falls apart and it all goes to shit. I always knew there would be days like this. Fuck it, whatever, okay. Gonna suck, but there's nothing we can do. We just gotta suck it up. We just gotta suck it up. We just gotta. I always knew there would be days like this when it all falls apart and it all goes to shit. I always knew there would be days like this. Fuck it, whatever, okay. We'll just get through it. We'll just push on through it. We'll just struggle through it. I think we can do it. I think we can.
Ever since I started working, every single day of my life has been worse than the day before it. So that means that every single day that you see me, That's on the worst day of my life.
I always knew there would be days like this when it all falls apart and it all goes to shit. I always knew there would be days like this. Fuck it, whatever, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go just. Thank you, Elix. Thank you, Tommy, man. I'm gonna go till just 3 o'clock. Normally this is a 4-hour stream. On Wednesdays and Thursdays, I normally stream from noon to 4. But I'm trying to take some time off and just kind of give myself an opportunity to kind of like just enjoy a little time without any significant obligations. But I am recording Jared. I wrote the song for Jared and his family. I'm recording that, and so I just want to I want to get that off my plate, and then I'm gonna take till the end of the year relatively off. I'll keep streaming, but the streams are going to be a little bit truncated. So yeah, man, and I'm so excited, Jared. It's gonna be fucking great. And then once we get Eric playing on it, that's gonna be awesome. I think I'm gonna get Schmed. I think I'm gonna get Schmed to play some bass. I'm gonna get Schmed to play bass, and then maybe even some piano. He can't drive up here. He's been working at this bakery down in Brenham, but he's gonna. I'm gonna send him the files. He's gonna lay down bass and piano, and then send them back to me. So that'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go for another 20 minutes, but I do desperately need to pee real quick. So I'm gonna leave you guys in command of the soundboard, and then I will be back in just a second. Yeah, and then I'll get you, and then once so what I'll do, Jared, I'll get you the song.
Against me, huh?
I thought it fitting, considering the rocky terrain.
Naturally, you must expect me to attack with Capafero.
Naturally, but I find that Tibble cancels out Capafero. Don't you?
Unless the enemy has a study, he's a gripper. Which I have.
One wedding cake. Two chocolate cream pies. Three birthday cakes. Root beer floats.
Right. How would you like to buy an round and neat, a nearly perfect circle, tidy and complete? Hey.
You are really Santa, right?
No, I'm an accountant. I wear this fucking thing as a fashion statement, all right?
Okay.
Whatever a dentist is, I hope someday that you're the greatest.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, here, yeah, no, here I can put you back on, Poe. Yeah, it's so if the frustrating thing is if you if somebody gifts you like a well yeah, like there are reasons people fall off the list. I don't really understand why. I understand why Streamlabs chatbot doesn't allow me just once I make somebody a regular, they always are a regular. I don't know why they allow people to fall off of it. It drives me nuts, but you know, I didn't pay for the software, so I don't have to. I can't complain really. Yeah. So yeah, it's like you get penalized. Yeah. But you're back on, man. So you can use sound effects to great effect yet again. Here we go. Oh, you know, here I'll play. So this is I'll play this one for Poe. This song called "Death and Taxes." Oh, the Reaper, she's coming for me. Yes, the Reaper, she's coming for me. She's clad in black and white, and there's nothing in her eyes, nothing at all. But the taxman got there before her. Yeah, the taxman got there before her. He took most everything except this song I sing. He took it all. Oh, my dealer, I'm waiting on her. Yes, my dealer, I'm waiting on her. She's got something for me, something that I need. She's got it all. Oh, my preacher, he's praying for me. Yes, my preacher, he's praying for me. The choir, oh, they sing, there's just no saving me, no way at all. 'Cause the devil, he walks beside me. Yes, the devil, she walks beside me. Jesus loves me more. The devil got there before that, I'm sure. Oh, the Reaper, she's coming for me. Yes, the Reaper, she's coming for me. She's clad in black and white. There's nothing in her eyes, nothing at all. Yeah, right on. Hey, thank you, Pops. Yeah, thank you, man. That's really awesome. In fact, here, let me play, because that song did the translation, the album version of this song ended up sounding really awesome. I'm just gonna play it for you a little bit, because Justin is right. Like this album. This is called, the album's called Death and Taxes, Monthly Taxes, and that's the title track. So this is called, that song is called Death and Taxes. Here, let me just play some of it.
She's coming for me. Yes, the Reaper. She's coming for me. She's clad in black and white, and there's nothing in her eyes, nothing at all. But the tax man got there before her. Yeah, the tax man got there before her. He took most everything except this song I sing. He took it all. Oh, my dealer, I'm waiting on her. Yes, my dealer, I'm waiting on her. She's got something for me, something I need. She's got it all.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it was fun, kind of like sitting there, like. So, because what I normally do when I record a song is I will sit down and I'll play the acoustic guitar. I will get I'll get the acoustic guitar and I'll just double it and I'll fly it left and right channel, and then I'll listen to it and be like, all right, now what do I? So and usually I'll start with the drums. I'll be like, all right, what kind of beat do I hear? And then I'll build the beat from there, and then I'll add in everything else. But that because I didn't have a bass guitar, I ended up using the piano on that album quite a bit as my bass, and so that was just it was just fun. It was a fun recording process. I've got time enough for one more, everybody, and then I'm gonna take off. I will be back here tomorrow evening. So I'll be back here tomorrow evening from 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. Central Time. So, certainly the tempo, Justin, does vary kind of depending on like I played it a little slower that time because I hadn't played that in a while, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't overcommit to arpeggiations that I wasn't 100% certain I could pull off, because I didn't get a chance to do any rehearsing before. So I slowed it down a bit just to make sure that I didn't fuck it up. Right on, Pops. Yeah, in fact, I do have other songs. So that song was written because I was watching Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And there's this really cool scene where they meet. So they meet basically who's supposed to be. He's effectively Robert Johnson. He was like that blues guy. So Robert Johnson purportedly, because what happened was Robert Johnson lived in a town. Lived in a town and moved to and he didn't play the guitar. Then he moved away and came back a year and a half later or 2 years later and could shred on the guitar. And they're like, how the fuck did he do that? And so the story that kind of was kicked around was he actually sold his soul to the devil at the crossroads. I did write one about pissin', and then I did write one about pooping, but not a song about farting, alas. I don't think I have. Yeah, no. I do have a song with a guy picking his nose in a car. I do have, yeah. So watching that movie, there's this moment where they meet this African American gentleman with a guitar in his hand, right? And they kind of take him along for that. And so they're all sitting around a fire, and the guy's playing this song. And it's just this real simple kind of blues song it just repeats, but lyrically, it's just the vibe is awesome. And so I wanted to see if I couldn't write a song that kind of shared it doesn't sound anything like it, but I wanted it's a similar idea, and so I wanted to be just this repetitious thing with kind of dark lyrics that we just kind of had this cool kind of bluesy drony kind of thing. And so that was what it came up with. But yeah, I mean. Yeah. Okay, so do you want? Yeah, no, amen. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, yeah, I could do People Don't Have to Like You. Yeah, that's okay. This is a fun one. Yeah, all right. So this is gonna be my last one, everybody. Yeah, and I think "So Long, Thanks for All the Fish," Justin is I'd like to. I do like that song, but I just it's not the message. I feel that the message of that song is so antithetical to where I'm at right now, because the thing is, because you guys have literally like kept me like, normally December for me is it's the toughest month. Martin, thank you, man. Thank you, dude. Hold on, let me read the message. That's hold on. Wait, where'd my Streamlabs go? Really? Oh, it's right here. Just a little thank you. The world is a better place. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, brother. That's very kind of you. Yeah, thanks, man. That's awesome. Thank you. So yeah. Anyway. So I just you guys have been so like you basically pulled my fat out of the fire and have time and again for years now, and so I just feel like that song was written at a point in time where I was literally surviving. So I have a song called "So Long, Thanks for All the Fish" that was written at a point in time when I was pulling in no money. Like, Spotify had completely eviscerated my album sales revenue. I was Grey's Anatomy was no longer running most of my songs kind of happened in the first 3 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. So they were running, and Lifetime was running later seasons Lifetime hadn't yet bought the Grey's Anatomy to rerun that. So my BMI royalties were like severely diminished. Like, all of my revenue streams were kind of dropping, and I wrote a song about like how I'm like, I guess this is it, adios. And so anyway, so this is a song. So I feel like I do love that song, but I just think like right now, in the moment of gratitude, I'd like to do something else. But this is a song called "People Don't Have to Like You," and so this song is basically written about a bunch of my friends. This song was written about me and a bunch of my friends. Like, this was the shit that we used to engage in. And well, you'll see about it. Susie bought an 8 on the coke. It's gonna be alright. Jimmy likes to smoke the smoke. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. How much damage can we do to ourselves anyway? Jane sold a pussy for grains. It's gonna be alright. Tommy has to sell his ass every single night. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. How much damage can we do to ourselves anyway? People don't have to like you. You don't have to care. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. John won't get a job. It's gonna be alright. Sally just won't come home. She stays out all night. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. How much damage can we do to ourselves anyway? Georgia likes to spike her veins and makes her feel alright. Little Mikey drains a fifth every single night. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. How much damage can we do to ourselves anyway? People don't have to like you. You don't have to care. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Thank you. Yeah, man. Thank you, guys. Again, I really do want to thank all of you, all y'all. No, everybody that care package, man, that showed up on it was the Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. It just boggled my mind. It was just awesome, and so I love you guys. Holy shit! See what I said about life? I missed the damn. Oh no! How'd you miss it? Yeah. Don't. I mean, yeah. Hey, but that's the great thing. So I do this, Pop and Son. I do this 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 4 hours a day. There will be ample if you want to. I will be back. I'll be back tomorrow, and then I take the weekends off. So I do Monday through Friday. I do evenings. I do evenings my time from 6 to 10 on Monday, 6 to 10 on Friday. 6 to about 8:30 on Tuesday, and then I do European friendly streams from noon my time till noon to 4 p.m. So if depending on where you are in the world, I think the only people that I really have a tough time being accessible to are people that are like Singapore, like things like that, So, but I do know that even so, I do have some folks from Singapore that still tune in, so that's cool. But I get that. I need to go shut my window. Somebody's smoking and it's the cigarette smoke is like flooding my apartment, and it's gonna fuck my voice up. So, oh really? Oh, that's awesome. Hey, that's awesome, man. Barbados. I've never been to the Caribbean, but I definitely know that I have friends I have a friend that actually got married in Barbados that they actually had and that's awesome, dude. That's exciting. All right, so who are we rating? Who's doing what and where? Let's go find someone. Let's go find someone that we can rate. How's that? What do you think about that for an idea? We'll raid somebody that we can find. Let's do that. That's the big brain on Mike. Look at that. Let me see what's happening. Why don't we ever do Paul Revere? Paul Revere, the song, or if one by, or you talk about his code. If one by land and two by sea. Ah, yes, Waka Waka Waka. Yeah, do you want to do that? Yeah, heck yeah, let's do that. Dom Palombi music. Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, man, yeah, it's just as easy as when I first started streaming in 2016. I used my laptop. I used the camera on my laptop. I mean, I had a pretty decent sound setup because I had my studio, but I didn't know anything about cameras. I didn't know. I was like, that's the way I used to do it when on Ustream. Like I just used my laptop camera, and so that was a pretty interesting experience. You can just. There you go. Turn it on and be like, "Hey, hi guys." All right, let's go raid. So Dom Palombi music. Dom Palombi. Raid. Dom Palombi music. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, this is exciting. We don't get a chance to raid people I've never met that often. Well, that's not so. I mean, obviously, Elix usually finds us a whole bunch of people that we've never. But. Thank you guys, Caution Kate. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you, all of you. I love you so much, and so yeah. Hopefully we'll do this again. If you guys can make it tomorrow, awesome. If not, then hopefully I see you very soon, and you have a spectacular rest of your holidays. And all right, adios. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, no, that's cool. I don't. Yeah, I totally get that. And thank you.
He believes in nothing, Lebowski, nothing. And tomorrow we come back and we cut off your Johnson.
Excuse me?
I said we cut off your Johnson!